Welcome back to Resistance of the Threshold. Hope everybody had a great holiday season. Um, Last session, there was some reconnaissance on the back of a dragon, and then they returned back, and a rider and two compatriots, well, not a rider anymore, but three individuals showed up out in front of the gate, the Blue Dog Gate of Gateneath, the leader of them, holding up a white flag symbolizing his surrender. He has stated that he has come out here to deliver a message that they have taken over the barony and that they expect that Gateneath cede itself to Dennis Donovan rule. But he has stated that he is now surrendering himself due to his forces having incurred damages and him not wanting to risk returning back through the trap-laden forest and path, which would wound him and two others. After a brief conversation, he's made it very clear that he is part of the force that is responsible for the takeover of Kalot by the Sea, and also the complete takeover of House Idhelm, which is a house that is related by blood to Evangeline's family. He also threw out at the very end of the session that he is aware of the other portions of Evangeline's family, Voivins, having escaped north to Macard, the town to the north. And he has stated that he is willing to be taken as a prisoner or killed here outright, if that is your wish. But if you wish to treat with him, he can discuss arrangements regarding what happens with yours and those around that are not currently in the town. Table's yours.
We're all still back at the gate, right?
Yeah, you're still just looking down at him. He has yet to be let in, taken in, or anything to that effect.
I turn to the others and quiet enough that they can't hear down on the ground. Like, so it's probably we agree it's a terrible idea to kill this guy, right?
Well, considering what happened the last time. Uh,
Well, I think after last time, I decided to leave the security decisions up to the security personnel.
Let's bring him in. Make him leave his make him drop his weapons all on the ground. We'll bring him in surrounded by guards. All right, men. Open the gate. While the gate's like being opened and the drawbridge being dropped, I'll shout over across the moat to that bunch of them, say, all right, before you cross that bridge, I want you to drop all your weapons on the ground there.
We will do no such thing.
All right, stop opening the gate.
If you wish to secure our weapons and take us as a prisoner, that's entirely up to you, but we will not leave our weapons here in the dirt.
We'll have someone retrieve them.
We are not dropping our weapons in the dirt. You can retrieve them from our hands. We are not beasts of the field. We can treat as upright, sociable individuals are like to do. If you are afraid of this, and he kind of pulls the weapon up and holds it like in its scabbard, and you think this will cause you such torment, then perhaps we shouldn't treat it all, and you should do everything you can to end me here.
All right.
Makes a good point.
Zero, you would hear Dahabe's voice. Can we speak to the mage among you?
There is no mage among us.
All right.
I mean, Dahabe is like, they want to. They're begging for the blade. Like, I don't know.
There's a guy who
I-
looks like a mage, but he doesn't. He has not been identified as such. The other two that are with him, one of them appears to be kind of dressed similarly to the messenger. Is not the same guy though. And then the other person who is with this knight is looks like a Denisot Vin, a royal guard.
Is anyone wielding those like magic sticks that they had before, the rod?
The one in the cloak, the one in the kind of mage type attire, is holding what appears to be just a small fan, like a fan. And yep, correct. And then the royal guard has a settled on his back some sort of hafted weapon. He hasn't drawn it yet.
I'll lean over the gate, like on the inside of the wall, and signal to him to open up the gate and go bring them in.
All right. As they kind of head out, I'm assuming you send one of your lieutenants to lead this group.
Yeah, whichever one is there.
He hands them the lieutenant immediately the sword. Person pulls the weapon off of his back, and you can see that the blade is this nasty looking poleaxe. The blade at top looks like it probably weighs a solid 10 pounds, with all sorts of different barbs and blades kind of extending out from its just strangely formed head. The other person hands over the fan, which you see actually as he takes the fan, the lieutenant kind of like, kind of pokes his hand away from it. And then there's some sort of conversation between the person in the robes and the person who took the fan. They are let in. They are entered into the front courtyard there. Kind of front space right at the front gate. And the guards don't know where you want to move them. Are you taking them to the prison, or?
We have anything we need to ask these guys, or shall we just toss them in prison for the time?
I can't think of anything immediately. I feel like we need to assess the situation, preferably while they're secured.
All right, I signal to him just to take him down to the prison.
Okay. Not everybody all at once.
Well, I guess we're waiting to see if they make it to the prison.
Yeah,
and everything's
it's right
going
there.
Well,
They're
Yeah,
walking
it's
inside.
right here.
it's nice and close.
Well,
So we let him in.
Yeah,
Mhm.
took
They
them
are-
right to the
they are
prison.
in.
Yep.
Exalted Matriarch, if you wish us to interrogate our new prisoner, remember, I have use of arcane means of making him tell the truth. It's not foolproof, but it could be a benefit.
She would just nod and probably start moving towards the stairs. Because they had just returned when this guy showed up, right?
Mhm.
Like not long after.
Not long after.
Oh yeah, we didn't rest because I
Yeah,
made
it's
everyone
been a
wake
whole
up.
ass day. Um. Okay. I
Well,
think she would delegate to Morax as far as like any specific questions that they might have. Um. Her main concern is the people that they sent north. Um. And any kind of effect or benefit they could get out of this
Had
guy.
did he insinuate that they had been intercepted?
Just that I think just that they were aware.
so just so I remember correctly, you guys, well, in game, like today, more or less, ran into a bunch of these guys on your
Yeah.
way to and from whatever that town was.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I think it's probably wise to rest.
Who here is a good talker?
I recommend myself because I have been around enough to know, how to deal with these people.
All right, you want to come down to the prison with me and talk to these guys?
Yes. I will.
You also haven't rested, right? Though
Oh
I have
yeah.
not
it's like
rested.
really late. I think we may need to just postpone until the morning, so we're like not half dead.
Yeah, you got a good point.
Should probably have extra guard too on them.
For sure.
Mhm.
I'll go. I'll help guard him myself.
Okay. So do you go down into the prison then?
Yeah. I'm gonna go down into the prison, but I'm not exchanging words with them. I'm just posted up down there.
Okay. So it'll be explained to you once you get down there that they're all put in the same cell, for simplicity's sake. They didn't know what to do regarding positioning them. So if you'd like to move them, you certainly can. But at current, you have an empty prison. It does look like there are some numbers there, but it's been a while since we've been here. So we'll just go ahead and get those guys out of here. And yeah, they're basically being put in the large cell, which would be, actually the large cell, which is this one in the back here, with number of beds. Do you want to split them up, or do you care?
They can all stay in the same one.
Okay. So they are the mage-like guy and the royal guard are kind of. Oh, I see. Interesting. 1 second here. Rejoin as player. Okay. So the royal guard and the mage-like guy are tired, and you can see them kind of situating themselves on the beds there. The knight gentleman is just kind of standing in the center of the room. I don't have tokens for them, but just kind of standing in the center of the room with his arms crossed, looking at you as you kind of look in and looking at any of the other guards who are present. He doesn't really betray any kind of emotional state on his face. Do you have anything you want to say to him while you've got him here, or do you want to just move through the night?
Nope, I'm not talking to them.
Okay. You'll notice that
I offer them. I say, do you need any water, anything to eat?
I'll be fine, says the knight. The other two are kind of like shaking their head in the back.
Well, I'll get a pitcher of water for him and just
Set it in there.
set it in there. It's like,
Yeah.
well, there's some water if you need it.
The Black Knight throughout the entirety of the night, and your guards will report this with 100% accuracy, doesn't move. Just stands in the center of the room, arms crossed, staring out at whoever happens to be outside of the gate. The other thing you'll notice, if you watch him for a while, Morex, he doesn't seem to be breathing.
Does he have a helmet on or
No
was he-
helmet.
No helmet.
No helmet. Yeah,
We
he's
would have
got
probably taken it away.
he's got kind of palish skin. You can see small little scarifications in his brow that kind of go up into his hair and all throughout like the sides of his face, kind of framing his facial features. His hair is slicked back black. His armor that he's wearing, unless you seized it as well, is a kind of black armor with kind of gold trimming and embellishments. And he just stands there with his arms crossed.
I would say that at least like the heavy parts of the armor, they would have
Pauldrons.
take-
Yeah,
pauldrons, chest plate, and all that, but like wouldn't strip him down to
gotcha.
humiliate him. Just like you can't have the heavy armor on,
He nods and he says, absolutely fine. So you wish.
and we just stick it in a storage place. Don't do anything with it really.
Putting it away, you would notice that in the interior of it, there are these strange markings on the interior that appear to be just like a horrific kind of bastardization of draconic old runes. Stuff you haven't seen before, but definitely you can kind of smell the lingering magic inside the armor. Also,
Sweat and magic.
the other thing you'll note is upon removing the armor, it also has a smell that's not too dissimilar from your own breath. Morax.
So it literally smells like death.
Yeah.
I would have preferred BO.
You sleep fine, I assume. The rats guard the matriarch, and morning time comes. And Moirax, I assume you get some sleep as well as your guard cycle kind of focuses on these
Yeah.
people here. You're in charge. Tell me what happens.
Once the morning comes and
Mhm.
like I knew everybody would be awake, I would leave a couple guards watching them at the moment and go up to meet with the others. Like go up into the house, then call the others, I guess, and say, all right, who wants to come down here and talk to these guys with me?
Yes, I will go with you.
All right, meet me in my house. We could go on down here together.
Dahabe will want to come with.
Meet me at my house.
She can smell the stinky armor.
So it's Dahave, Mikhail, and Moirax, correct? Okay. You enter into the sub-basement, into the prison beneath the guard captain's house. You head over to the gates where this individual is standing. His arms are still crossed. He hasn't moved, and his two compatriots are still sleeping heavily. He looks at you, Dahave, kind of annoyed. And you see him say, "This is how you wish to treat with me? You have had your matriarch send an advisor to speak with me?"
I'm sleeping.
Oh, I'm just here to observe, really.
Oh, so then it is this proprietor, this merchant.
A lowly merchant. It's true.
Is this an official entreatment or no?
Yes.
Well, I was going to say I brought you some bread and a couple sausages for breakfast, but if you're going to be mean about it, I guess it's safe for somebody else.
Is this an official engagement between your town and the Denisovans?
Out of character. Does he look undead?
Not really.
Okay.
It's
But
weird.
I noticed that he's not breathing.
That's very strange, which does make you think perhaps undead. He says, is this... Basically, he's still waiting for confirmation if this is an official treatment from the town to the Denisovans.
Then, if that's the case, and if nobody was saying anything, I would just kind of speak up and say, yes, I speak for matriarch and the ruling committee.
Raises his hand, kind of like...
Committee, I meant to say.
Apologies, then. As a member of the royal houses of the Denisovans, I must entreat with you in my full splendor. I apologize, Captain of the Guard, for I will be betraying our trust thus far. He raises his hands out to the side. All of his pauldrons and armor appear around him, and his sword appears at his belt. And he looks at you.
The fucking Death Knight.
I have come to you to speak on behalf of our people. And I would hope that you understand that we mean you no harm. Those who have resisted us and who have seen us as wrongdoers in this land do so because the blood of our people has grown thin in this place and has been soiled. And kind of looking at Dahabe in kind of like a scornful way, Fey blood. So
Rude.
Yeah.
we wish to ascend Morag and deal with those who have stolen great things from our people. We are here but to reclaim. We do not take anything we do not hold title to. We will not take Gateneath. This is a new town that has been built whole cloth by you and your people. But we will take it and raise it if you stand in our way.
Okay.
What about all the other towns you've taken and raised?
If you pay attention to the accounts, I don't know if you have seen any of their refugees, but they were not harmed or harangued on their ways escaping, were they not?
What
At least
about
by
the
no
town?
order of mine. The ruling class was given the same cordial conversations that we are having at current. They were equally hostile, locking me away, or locking the other messengers away, attacking the other messengers, as you also are aware, is something that you felt was necessary to do. We have been portrayed as a conquering force, and in a very common parlance, I would agree. That is true. We are a conquering force, but we are not conquering that which we don't hold title to. To us, you are tenants in a place that you have no right to be in. However, we are merciful. We will allow you to keep what you have built, as so much time has passed. But the things that we have direct claimancy over, we wish to restore to our control.
You're reoccupying a homeland.
We are recollecting that which was promised us at the end of a very horrible war.
What was promised to you?
In the specific instance regarding Morag,
Yes.
a book.
Is that all?
It is indeed.
What would this book be about?
The book is the veil being pulled back and away. Knowledge from a great ancient time. From a sorceress being more capable than any who have ever weaved magic in this realm since.
So who would this magical person be?
Unfortunately, the details are not mine to hold. I know that the individual is known as Atma. Other than that, I can say very little regarding the individual, other than the book is deeply sought over by those of our highest order.
What does it do for you and your leaders?
I don't know the exact purposes. The Sisters Sanguine are very intent on acquiring it.
Okay, well, that is good to know. I sound more French now, but what can I say?
Fuck it.
So you're doing all of this just to get a book?
No. The barony that you were once connected with was built inside of an ancient city that belongs to us. We have taken it. Our forces are numerous. As we moved across the countryside, we came to towns and treated with the rulership, similar to how we've done with you. We were met with resistance by these leaders and some of the townsfolk. And when that came to be the case, we showed them no mercy. We have taken smaller towns, hamlets, as in the way since that point, due to their leadership stemming from the larger towns. It would be the same if we came to Macard, which is technically a vassal town of Gateneath proper, and by a larger extension, Calot. So I am led to understand by House Idhelm.
So I think we understand what you're saying here. I guess what can you say if we do what you want us to do? You say you'll leave us alone.
We will seek succor in your town. We will then mobilize within it or just outside. We will make our way up the mountain to deal with the heretics who currently hold the mountain's top. We'll put them to the sword, and we will take our book. And if you ask why my mercilessness is keenly pointed towards them, we have already sent messages to the abbess of the monastery. She is not keen to allow us what is ours.
Yes, we will look into this, and we will have an answer for you.
I do want to make sure you appreciate that time is not something you have much to dispense with. I just want to make sure you're not comfortable in a higher ground that you presume you have. As we speak, the forces have moved north towards Macard. It is undoubtedly the case that the Sisters Sanguine are currently putting it to the torch. If I am allowed, I will make a communication with them to ensure that that is not done. But if you keep me wallowing here in a cell, I might be apt to just let it happen, unconcerned for what fate you wish to visit upon me.
Yes, do not worry. We hear your threats, but we are
Oh,
considering...
there's no threat. I'm telling you, if I don't get a chance to send forth the message, Macart will be put to the torch. There's no threat there. I'm not saying it will happen. I'm saying if you don't want it to happen, I can't stop it. But I must be treated a bit more fairly than this.
Well, this is where we are at. So I will take that into advisement, and I will let Matriarch know.
If it is your wish, take your time.
Yes. And then I would get away from him so I could be close enough to Morax and Dabe and say, is there anything else we need to ask him? You think? I think what he mentions alone is enough to get more direction from the council or the matriarch. I think obviously he feels very confident in what he's doing, and it sounds like their army is very capable. So we have to figure out what to do here. I'm not saying that we necessarily need to take his terms, but we need to figure out what we want to do right away and move forward with that. Maybe we would want to send a messenger up to the monastery, or maybe do a sending spell or something to talk to talk to him up there and see what they can tell us about this book.
Our options are narrowing with every moment that passes. Let's go speak to the matriarch and see what her thoughts are on the matter. We should collect we should ask the mayor to join us as well as part of our council.
Yes, wise move. I think that's a good idea.
Okay, so do we want to gather? Where do we want to gather? In the quiet room in the tower? Is that okay? Where we
Yeah.
can't be scried?
Yes.
Yeah. Any NPCs you wish to have there?
Dimitri the scribe.
No one else. Okay.
So we all get there, and
The matriarch with her lead rat guardian, and the rest of you individually.
Yeah.
rat folk. They hate to be called rats.
Yeah, we're rat folk.
Yeah.
What's that about?
So sorry.
The Denistathians are racist, so that is what we find out. So we would explain to the matriarch about everything that he said to me, and so the question, I guess, is do we give it up to do we give in to our captor, the captive? I mean, and or do we either keep him held prisoner and keep him as somebody to use against the army? I mean, it's going to be either or, is what I see.
Much as
Hold on. All he wants in exchange for better accommodations, like he will stop the attack.
Well, to be honest, he has not proven to be a reliable or trustworthy prisoner. In the cell, he manifested his weaponry and his armor. Granted, he didn't use it against us, but it was understood that he would not be armed and while he was here in our town, and that's no longer the case. He's armed now. So I don't think that merely putting him up in a nicer space will guarantee anyone's safety. What I understood from his threats and were that if we don't agree to torture the Denisatvan army, what's the town's name?
Macard.
Macard will burn.
Yeah, as much as I don't like giving in to them, they've kind of got our hands tied. Especially now we've sent pretty much most of our people up to Macard. They're basically holding a knife to our throats.
I mean, they sacked Alnwick. What's going to keep them from sacking Macard, even if we let them loose?
I mean, potentially nothing, but if there's a chance,
I just don't trust him.
we don't have to trust him.
I don't trust him
But
either.
we have to try, though, right? Like,
Yeah.
obviously, it's a risk if we say, okay, yes, we will do this if you stop the attack, and he doesn't stop the attack. Now we know where we're at.
It's true.
That is very wise, matriarch.
I just worry for your safety.
At this point, I don't think anyone's particularly safe, but if we can do what we can to protect the people, that's my main concern.
It's true.
It is also clear that they desire an item of great power that was previously held in this tower, and that is now being kept at Ir Morag. If they are smart, they will have moved that item elsewhere. Morax, do you think that we can survive this? Do you think we have the soldiers, the guards, the military acumen to survive an onslaught from the Denisapans?
To be entirely honest here, absolutely not. I think that if they wanted to to reduce the town to a little more than a rubble, they could do it in a couple weeks at the worst.
From an arcane perspective, things are just as dire. That night was can y'all hear music?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Not from you.
Not from you.
It's
From
from
roll 20.
Oh, okay,
It's
because there's music
John.
in the house. I'm sorry.
No, we
okay.
don't hear from you.
So if there's oh fuck, I lost my train of thought.
The night was creepy and spooky.
Oh yeah, they are, like, as we have seen, they wield arcane powers that are hard for me to gauge and understand.
I don't understand a thing about this, but
Then it seems the matter is settled. No? Looks to the matriarch.
Yeah.
I will send matriarch, with your permission, I will send a message to the not to the abbess. To the abbess. Can I? Yeah, because I've met her, right? So I
Yeah.
can send her a message. Telling her that we are quartering the Denisapans and that they are coming to the
Your Mirag.
to the monastery, and that they will.
I wouldn't say quartering because she specifically told us not to do that. But
True.
Well,
Maybe-
if the abbess wishes to come and lay her life at the feet
right.
of our people, then she can tell us what to do or not do.
That's fair.
If
You
you
know
want
what?
me to
That's a
use
good
another
point.
use, I can use another word.
No.
if they want us to protect the monastery so badly and put their lives ahead of the lives of all the men, women, children, everyone in our town, they could at least help us out a little bit.
That's fair.
Do we want to give the abbess like an hour's warning and say that if she has a different plan to send a message or a messenger?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh shit, wait, I can go to the wait. I can't use the portal, right, John, to go to the abbey. Okay.
No.
Okay.
That's like an employee portal.
It's,
They
like,
have an
where-
employee portal.
Like you can contact her through messages through that.
They have an employee portal. They absolutely do. Okay. So all right, so let me put together a message that's 25 words,
Sure.
20 words.
Anybody
And
else
I'll-
want to do anything?
If we're going to be removing them from the dungeon, are we keeping them up in the keep? Or would you like to house them at the town hall? There's plenty of accommodations there.
Which would be best? And she would kind of like glance at Okrin, knowing that like he doesn't want them near.
I mean, I've just seen what he can do, and I'm not.
I personally think we shouldn't let them sleep anywhere near the matriarch.
I agree.
Yes, I agree.
Well-
I would say the town.
Town
Oh.
hall.
Yeah.
Excellent. Then I shall go move them to their new accommodations.
I'll accompany you, Mayor.
Excellent. They move to leave unless they're stopped. Cool. Casey out.
Okay. Morax and Casey, you head back to the prison. Is anything else wanting to be discussed in the secret room, or are you pretty much branching off to other activities?
I mean, Akron would kind of just say, I mean, just when I saw him back in Alnwick, they didn't leave anything. Just wants to be aware. He was the head of it.
Wait, what do you mean by that? Like, they
They
didn't
raised-
leave anything?
They raised the city.
Down, but yeah.
Town, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Smaller.
Yeah.
Easier.
Easier.
But
Okay,
I do want
this
to
is
I do want to stress
can-
with you real quick, John. Remember, they
Sorry.
did speak to the heads first.
Right. No, I know.
Yeah. I just want to make sure out of character we're both on the same page there.
Yeah, 100%.
No worries.
okay. We compose this and present it to the council, minus mayor. Any edits?
Nope. that looks
Just cut
good.
the last
Ah.
3 words. We plan to do so. You said the second part and the first part.
Right.
Wait, what?
They're gonna raise Gate Neath. I don't think you need to say like or face death. I think
Okay.
just we plan to do so.
There you
I was
go.
just trying to use my
think it's-
words, but I don't have any other words.
Oh, you could be like, you know.
Yeah,
Later, Mitch.
literally, or,
Yeah.
Or can it be an
We plan
emoji?
to do so unless
Yes.
smiley
Like-
face, upside down smiley
Yeah.
face, upside down
Yeah.
smiley face.
Or like the new
you
melty
come.
face?
Shrug guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what are we gonna do?
Nail emoji.
Is that the
I don't know.
message?
Yeah.
That's the message.
Yeah, that's good though.
Response is 2 words. Unacceptable. Fight.
Isn't that one word? Unacceptable?
Fight.
Fight.
Oh, fight. I thought you said bite.
Meanwhile, back at the
Fight.
prison,
Want to.
you make your way down into
Parents.
the prison facility, and when you get there, you see that his sword is outside of the cell, and his armor has been kind of laid at the bars. He's still standing there in what you left him in before, arms crossed, and as you approach, he says, "I once again apologize, Captain. I couldn't fit the armor through the bars."
God damn it! Stop making me like the bad guys.
No. And then he's going to kill us all.
Magpie, we gotta talk about your taste in men.
Ha. Yeah.
We've agreed to let you set up in the town hall in exchange for calling off the attack on Macard.
I'll need to be escorted outside. Do you wish to keep the weapons and armor here, or
Well, I suppose
You're welcome
it
to
doesn't
bring
make
them
a
with you.
difference.
fair enough? He raises, or he puts his hands out to the side. The armor slams onto him from just nowhere, and then the sword is out of his belt. And if you open up the gates, he walks outwards first, and the other 2 kind of gather up their things and follow behind. You lead him out into the open air. It's kind of early-ish morning. He steps away from everyone, looks to you, Morax, and says, "I feel like a lot of apologies are going to be put forward to you, Captain of the Watch, but I must again perhaps cause a scene." He raises his hand up in the air, and you watch as this ball of flame starts to form in his hand. It starts to break and crack, almost as if it were made out of liquid hot magma. He then
Magma.
lets it
I knew
burn
somebody was gonna say that.
bright incandescent, like white, and then hoists his hand up in the air. It flies up a good 300 feet.
How big is it?
I would say it's probably like the size of a basketball when
Okay.
it first goes up, and then once it gets up in the air, you see it kind of swell in size to like, beach ball, kind of larger, and then just kind of detonate. This kind of bright, like shockwave, almost like the Death Star exploding up in the sky. And then he looks to you as he kind of. That should cause the sisters to halt their attack.
And what if they just don't feel like it?
If you get word that Macard was put to the torch, as I stated would be the case if I was not able to get the message out soon enough, he looks around. It is well before noon, so we should be all right. But, again, these things do have a messenger's folly to them. My army will see this message, and they will push it to the next army, and then they will push it to the next army. There is a bit of time involved here. But if they do put it to the torch, then, well, of course, you are more than free to terminate me and mine. And I personally will not allow my army to siege your town. You'll have to deal with the other 4 armies, but my army will not attack you. These are the only things I can grant you as a pittance.
Let's get over to town hall. You can set up your things in there.
Very interesting companion you brought along with you, he says for the first time acknowledging Casey.
They wave and gesture in the direction of the town hall. I think I can take it from here, Moirax. If you'd like, you'll be joining my accommodations.
The mage-like individual kind of like leans in and says, "You are a strange being, to be sure.
Of course, aren't we all in our own ways?
What are you? You're some sort of construct, but not formed of clay, stone, or steel. Different types of metals, an amalgam. And you seem to
No.
possess sentience."
I believe that's because I am.
Huh. Kind of looking up to Moirax, like confused, and then kind of looking back to Casey. "I apologize if this is rude. You're just
Nope. Not the
s-
first time I've had an inquiry of such.
not something I've seen before, and absolutely intriguing."
Of course. Well, a pleasure to meet you as well. And he gestures up
Reaches down and shakes. Likewise.
shall we?
Yes.
Gestures to the other two.
Did the Black Knight just fall in love with the mayor?
That was the Black Knight. It was,
That was
the
the-
mage-like individual.
Oh, the mage one.
Who was
Okay.
when they asked if you were they were a mage, the
They were
knight
like,
said there are no
"No."
mages among us.
He got snarky with us.
So he's the one that's in love.
Yeah.
You continue back to the town hall.
Yeah.
Once you arrive there, you show them their rooms. The knight says, "I can remain here in this common space if you prefer it. I have no need for sleep or rest."
Of course. Or if there's something that would make you more comfortable, you certainly have levels
I-
of comfort, no?
I gave up on the concept of comfort quite some time ago. My service to the straightest arrow has put me at odds with the idea of my own personal gains or goals.
Then whatever allows you to serve best.
Nods his head. The other two just kind of like dispense their stuff in the rooms you offer them.
Yeah.
And are very kind of keen to kind of get a little bit more comfortable. If there's available kind of restroom facilities, they will wash up.
As they're dropping their stuff up, I will call to Aspen and make sure to do an introduction and make sure they're not alarmed. If they were alarmed by...
The mage-like individual is like, "No, of course not a problem. We have a number of beholderkin amongst our number as well."
Of course, just to make sure you're aware, they are sharing accommodations with us.
course, we are your guests.
Excellent.
Okay, if you don't have any other questions for that group in tow,
No, I just make sure they're set up.
the rest of you were sending messages to Abes's and her saying no.
And then immediately there's a bright explosion in the sky, and she's like, "Fucking hell!"
Well, did we officially tell him that we're giving in? Not really, right? Or we
Well,
did?
we
You didn't.
released
We
him.
let him out of the
Their
prison.
current
though.
demands were just to let them out
Okay.
of the jail, not
Yeah.
to give in
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah, there was no official decree of we're doing this because we want you to cut off a card. He just did it of his own accord the
Right.
second he was
Mhm,
freed.
mhm, mhm.
Because we
Yeah.
freed him.
Okay. So we're technically not thrown in the towel, raising the white flag yet. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's good. We have a lack of communication, and then he'll have misunderstanding, and then we could do whatever we want at that point. So this is working out to our advantage. I'm gonna level in lawyer next. Maybe take one level in lawyer.
I mean, I just don't want to see more of our like innocent townspeople die,
Yeah.
but
But
they're gonna.
Well, the people who are viewing, specifically Brent, do want to see that, so we're going to need to make that happen.
Brent.
Brent.
Brent was like hoping that that flare was actually just a nuclear bomb.
Just to fucking
Yeah.
it's
Literally-
actually the spirit bomb from
So-
Dragon Ball.
Everything-
Obliterate the town.
Every single time he's in the chat, he's like, woohoo, town burning time.
Woohoo. Yeah.
We're all allowed our hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
I guess.
You were given a perfectly good town to burn, and yeah, Andy's also kind of in there.
We
as
have
well.
like 11
Andy
or 12
is
sessions to do
Picked
it.
up a torch.
No.
So.
Andy's
Oh.
the opposite. Andy's saying don't
Oh,
burn the town.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Elizabeth probably. burn
And he
the
wants to
town.
watch it slowly starve to death.
Yeah. They'll be like, strangle their supplies.
Curse of Orkin. All towns burn when
Yeah.
he enters the but anyway, if nothing happens kind of in the early portion of the morning there, at some point when you kind of pass by the Black Knight, he'll say to you, Casey, he'll say, at this point, I believe we're simply waiting for us to be treated with by the matriarch. Is that correct? I'm sorry, your name, I never caught it.
Casey.
Interesting.
And no, I don't think we're waiting for anything else. Just a word from the keep. They know you're here.
Very good.
I could perhaps send word, see if they're what the progress is. If you give me a moment.
Another quick note of interest, and I just want to make sure this is something that everybody as a group understands they're kind of bad at. I just want to make sure we put it out there. You have no idea what either three of these people's names are, because nobody's asked them their names. You have a really bad habit about not asking people who they are, or like having cordial conversation and just getting to know you.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I'm not trying to like make you feel bad or anything, but
Sorry, I just imagined that was part of Casey's like, here's your things. And like,
I haven't
yeah.
said my
That's
name.
fair.
I haven't said my
No.
name. I haven't said either of my two sidekicks' names because no one asked them. You just brought these people in.
Of course.
That's right. Could have been like Satan and his
Yeah,
two
I
associates.
could have said I'm Lucifer, and then
Right.
it's just Beelzebub and Mephistopheles.
There you go.
Well, how about no?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, that's a very good point. In our desired,
But
not
we're
to-
assuming that Casey would ask during their.
I'm just waiting.
No, I definitely would not have asked the knight. To be fair, Casey would probably not have asked the knight
He
their
doesn't
name, but
really.
the mage-looking one who is interested in him probably would have had more conversation and would have been happy to explain like his origins later if the
Oh, yeah, that happens. I'm okay with that kind of being like written in.
Yes. Yeah,
Um,
yeah. That like if they're in the accommodations while we're all sitting around waiting, at some point Casey would check in with the two sidekicks and be like, "Can I get you anything?"
So the
And-
sidekicks' names you would learn are Vaticus is the name of the mage-like guy, and Vadius is the name of the guard.
No.
Vaticus and Vadius.
I'll type them out. Vaticus. And
Yeah.
And what you'll notice is once the royal guard guy kind of like is situating himself without his helmet and everything, they look
They're
very
twins.
similar.
Twinsies. Right.
They're cute.
And this isn't a case of like auto-gnome, like kind of thinking like all mortals kind of like look samey, but they also kind of look like the Black Knight.
Like they look gray. and
Feature-wise, they have the same kind of like structure around their face. Their hairstyles are slightly different. The Royal Guard is kind of military crop cut, and then the mage-like guy is kind of wild and windblown, whereas the guy downstairs, his hair is slicked back and like kind of like neatly kempt. But
So like they might be cousins.
they have very similar bone structure to their faces, and there's a certain pallor to all of them that's kind of present.
They all inbred undead.
Pale. These two are breathing though, whereas the guy downstairs is
Just
not.
regular inbred.
Just regular inbred.
Let's say that. That's the way you want to be about it. And then again, another thing is all three of them have the Denisov in arm length, so they're not like regular people in their arm lengths. It's kind of like their hands go down to
Bread.
their knees when they're standing.
Okay. If I ask them during conversation if there is any relation between at least the two of them in the room, do they say?
I'll be honest with you, since you've been so cordial, I am not a person. This is a disguise I've put forward to make it more palatable for those around me. And my clear analog, gestures towards Vadius, is a noble soldier, one that I thought it would be okay to replicate. And our leader, Sardik, is something of an anomaly himself.
Can I ask how? Or is that his secret to tell?
I would say it's actually the Sanguine Sisters' secret to tell.
That's fair. But I would like you to feel comfortable to be yourself in this space.
It's not really an interest of me being comfortable, but those around me.
Fair enough.
Looking around the room like it's like, you know, kind of gauging the size of it.
Size of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Dear
God, I
dragon.
hope we're not the only ones with a dragon is exactly what I was thinking. That's cool.
Take it off.
Okay.
I think that's all.
All right. And yeah, if you do eventually get into Sardic's like presence, he will say, "I'm simply waiting for the matriarch to treat with us. At her earliest convenience, it would be very pleasurable for me to get the matters of our discourse out of the way."
Yeah, so Casey would dismiss themselves to like step probably all the way outside of the office and send the matriarch a message saying they're here and waiting.
Okay. She try to make sure that she looks presentable, like official.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like more recently she just kind of more utilitarian clothes. And then she would head down with Okrin and his gang
Okay.
to the town hall.
Anyone else you want to take with you?
Yeah, if she could find Dahabe.
Okay. You arrive. Basically, standing there in the center hall is the individual who I'm assuming you passed the name along, Casey.
Yes.
Sardic. Arms crossed, standing there, full armor, sword at his belt. And he looks to you and he says,
And I exchange names too. So, and this is Evangeline. So he has your name as well.
he looks to Evangeline and says, is this an official meeting between the lady of Gateneath and the Denisotvan retinue?
Yes.
Then I must deal with the pleasantries of ensuring you are aware of my titles in full. I am Sardic, Dark Wolf of Crimson, servant of the Sanguine Sisters, the brides of Balcard. I have been sent here by the Denisotvan forces to treat with you regarding the matter of Morag and the Book of Atma.
Okay.
We wish to ascend Morag with our forces, deal with the individuals who are currently holding the book, secure it, and take it from this place. This town is yours. It appears that you have built it, or at least your predecessors built it. It is not ours, nor do we have any claimancy over the land that it is built on, nor the mountain that in our time moved and no longer does so. That corpse is yours as well. However, the book is ours. The one who holds it has been less than cordial in allowing us to acquire it. I ask you for your hospitality as our forces move into Gateneath, ascend the mountain, and deal with those who will not grant the Denisotvans what is theirs by right and title. You are, of course, at your leisure, free to say no, as I am your prisoner. If it is your wish, we can deal with lighter matters to help form a bond of trust first. As I'm sure you are aware, Makard is in striking distance of one, if not two, of our armies. By eventide, we should be able to surround the town of Makard without issue, even blocking their escapes up the river. You are also aware that most of the members of the Idhelm family in Kalot have joined in Denisotvan endeavors. However, a number of them have also resisted. I do not know the strengths of your blood, your ties to the Idhelm family, but I can tell you that your, I suppose, aunt would be the way that great aunt? Not exactly certain what the relationship would be entirely, but she is currently our guest in her own home. We have no aims to harm her. She was not exactly... She didn't resist when we entered the town in a way that we felt was necessary to punish her or her people. So we've maintained her as a prisoner. I'd be willing to exchange her for myself.
Mm.
to continue the niceties, I would also be willing to exchange our hold on the card. And I would make the promise that no harm would come of the Bovian family if you were to relinquish your hold on my two compatriots. I feel that this offer is more than generous.
And you'll allow me time to discuss the matter?
I feel that that is something that you seem to do quite often, so I will not beset you to change your ways. I apologize. I am not.
Sassy little
This
fuck.
guy.
I am simply not used to leaders having such a open and, dare I say, strong camaraderie with their advisors that they're willing to hold on their own decisions to ask that of their allies.
It's not so much that I have not made up my mind, but that I value the insight of those around me.
A welcome reprieve to the normal command that I deal with.
If you'll just give us one moment on the matter of Macard, I think we can potentially come to an agreement. And then she would kind of gesture for the others to step outside.
Yeah, I'll say I was there. And Dabe's there, right?
Yep.
And
Yeah.
is everybody else there?
Yep.
All right, cool. Perfect. So I would say
Okay.
I think it's interesting how he drops some shade on
Huh.
you and your leadership style. But
He didn't seem disapproving, just making an observation, I believe.
well, that's a good way to look at it. Yeah, sounds like he is they're just trying to get as much as possible with a trade between him and your aunt. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it, but he's obviously
No, I won't. I won't.
it's obviously he that is a tough choice that would be hard for us to make. It has something
If
you have to
if a
do.
choice at all were to be made, it would be for Macard, where our people are,
Wise, very wise.
not for my aunt. She is a political prisoner. She is safe, so long as she's not stupid.
Or brave.
Yeah. Well,
The abbess is asking us to be stupid or brave.
I feel that there's more than one way to do both.
Sorry, do we know why the abbess won't give up this tome? What is this fussing about exactly?
Where
It
are
seems
Are we all together present right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a tome of great power, something that in the wrong hands could cause great damage throughout the all of the continent. I would say that is why the abbess refuses to part with the tome.
Such a dangerous book, then why don't they just make a public display out of destroying it? That way nobody can have it.
And also, I may be new here, but why aren't they here?
Our town, Gate Neath Morag, was essentially created as a buffer between the world and Morag.
But shouldn't they have some representation here, or is that us?
Um, I think we're it.
Gotcha.
They like
And-
giving us all this responsibility of protecting the monastery, being their shield between them and the outside world, but
This is our first real test of that charter,
Yes.
and it does seem as though we're failing it.
It does.
But all things have a choice to survive, no?
I suppose
mean-
that's true.
These are some odds. That's not a small army.
And as you've witnessed, they're more than capable of raising.
Of course.
So
chat.
just out of character, John, I'm looking at the map, and we know for a fact that they have 4 armies. Is that true?
4 armies, a field, and 1 in Kalat, correct?
Wait, say that again.
4 armies, a field, and 1 in Kalat, so a total of 5.
5.
And based on what he has stated, the largest of the armies is his, the one that you went and looked at.
There's one that's towards Macard now.
So based
Mhm.
on what he said, they were rotating up towards Macard.
And there's at least one, if not 2 armies there now.
These are the presumed. Right now, we're back into presumed locations, not confirmed
Right.
locations.
Okay.
Hmm.
So
Oh,
Are these-
also, I don't know if I shared this with everyone. Did I tell everyone that there's like Fey lines? I
vaguely
did.
remember something about
I
it.
see John
I don't-
nodding.
You mentioned it as a plan of escape when you were discussing plans of escape.
Oh,
Okay.
right.
Oh, right.
So
on
how do
the-
we make use of that?
I don't know. I mean, I think we could. I don't know. I don't understand. What I don't understand was why the Abbess hasn't utilized it as a form of escape or of moving the book. Like, why does it have to be at Irmorag right fucking now when the Denisatvans are up our butts? I mean, I could have asked, I guess. I still have another message I can send.
I think now is the time to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because without a reason for us
If
to-
they give us
I-
a reason, we will
Yeah.
fight, but
So 25 words.
Do they need time? Because we can't hold out forever.
You gonna help in some spectacular way, or
probably not.
It seems as though they either get to the book now or they get to the book later, or the book gets moved.
probably gonna be the ones letting them, like, distracting for them to move it? It seems
Which is
they don't.
whatever.
Hmm.
I mean, oh, it's better to be alive than not.
Hmm.
Okay, can you get the book out of Irmorag? They will slaughter us if we resist. Can you use the Fey lines to move it? Any edits?
Nope.
The reply: do not message me again. Do your duty. Worry not, for that does not concern you.
Neat.
Oh.
I kind of want to just like let them all die. That is so rude. I think that's just my response in this game now is like, are you rude to me? Then
You
I
can
kinda want
die.
you to just die.
Honestly, though, same. this bad guy's being very polite, so I'm inclined to help him.
Yeah, I mean, if we're all
Yeah.
dead, like they're gonna take the book. If we all alive, they're gonna take the book. Like,
At
if
the-
we fail the abbess, like, what is she gonna do?
I don't know. She has this big, giant, powerful fucking book.
Yeah, but if it's that powerful, why isn't she defending her own shit? You know?
Maybe she is. She's waiting until we corner the whole fucking army and then she'll raise the damn thing.
Yeah. Nice.
You don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
that's not a
Look
bad
at
idea.
John's
That's
face.
not a bad
Yeah,
idea.
You
John's
didn't even think of that.
Oh my god.
But why don't we use this? If the book is so powerful, why don't we use it against him?
okay, did you get the message that I just shared from the abbess?
Yeah.
We have our duty laid before us. It's up to you to decide if we break it. Looks again at the matriarch.
Matriarch, no matter your choice, I will fight for you and with you, no matter what you decide. Fuck that abbess, though.
Right? Ugh.
Can you message anybody with the message spell?
Yeah.
Only people that, well, not
That I
message.
know. Anybody that I
Sending.
know.
Sending is the spell that Dahave has been casting.
And actually, yeah, I can do
Never
one
mind.
more.
Okay, so
I hate my parents for bringing me to this fucking town.
right?
Bastards.
I hate
But
that.
I
Yo,
am
man.
back
same though,
What is
bro.
this bullshit I was born into?
Yeah.
How the fuck did I get this job?
Everyone's
Yeah.
like reviewing their life choices,
I've been
their
here days.
trauma histories, or
Rethinking
man-
this whole
What would have
Kate
happened if
idea
I had
from the
run
beginning.
away?
Okran survived a motherfucking like
Massacre.
massacre
Led
just
by
to
the dude in the other room.
be massacred again.
Led by the dude in the other room.
Cool.
Right.
That's cool.
Who happens
He's
to be
really
so
old.
polite?
He's really holding it as best as he can to not just go in there and go buck wild.
So, honestly, at this point, Evangeline's main concern is ensuring that Macard does not burn. Because that's where their people are, so that's where Gateneath technically is in her mind.
He said allow his two compatriots to go free and he'll stop Macard. If you allow
Yeah.
him to go free, he'll allow your aunt or great aunt.
Which, fuck that bitch. She was my enemy until like last year, so whatever.
Easy to pick those grudges back up. I get you. Yes. Oh, that's where I left him. Fuck.
Yeah.
Blah.
Fuck you.
They do keep
So-
on changing the terms of deal.
No, that was it. This is the first time he's thrown out a
yeah.
deal.
Thought if we let him out, he would.
So, real quick, I just want to make sure you understand, Chris. He said, "Don't worry about us taking and like coming in here. That's what we want to do." But it sounds like that's too heavy for you. If you want to focus on lighter fare, this is what it is. I'll trade you. You have us as prisoners. Trade me for your relative in Kalat, and trade my two companions for the safety of Macard.
Okay, I gotcha.
Wait, but didn't we just like trade for the safety of Macard by giving them nicer digs?
No,
that's what
that
I
was
thought.
not
No.
actually negotiated. He said he could.
He put out the message for them
Uh-oh.
to not destroy Macard like they had initially planned.
Yet.
But they're
Yeah.
still standing outside at the attack.
Right.
Got it.
And he's basically saying, we'll pull back and away if you let his two friends go
Okay.
from Macard. Sorry, from Macard.
Wait, do we
So-
have a legal duty to serve the abbess? We do, right? Because it's in the town charter.
Kind of, yeah. So here's what she was thinking: trade the 2 lackeys for Macard,
Mhm.
and then refuse to give quarter to the army.
Okay.
Can we kill that guy that
No,
night? I know, because you're
You could try.
I don't think.
A, I don't think it would do anything.
I don't think
B,
that's gonna
he's
work.
been very polite, and I don't think Evangeline would feel comfortable with
It's
that.
not that polite.
It's not that polite.
I'm just
To be
angry
fair, she
at the
negotiated with
Abbess,
this
and I want to take my
sociopathic
anger
assassin
out.
dude, so
I don't
You
even
what?
know what an abbess is.
I don't like
It's one of
them.
those things where you get a bunch of stuff underneath your skin. It's supposed to
Oh,
smell
yeah,
like.
yeah.
Oh.
Sounds like that, right?
Damn
I
it.
we just need to pop it.
Hmm.
Pop the Abbess. Ugh.
Okay. So you're going back into him to treat with him?
Shock the monkey.
Do we have the...
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and spill. He says, welcome back.
In regards to Macard, I think an arrangement can be made. At this time, it seems my aunt is perhaps better off where she's at. However, in regards to housing the army, we're still undecided on that at the moment. It conflicts
I do
with,
apologize.
Charter of the town.
yeah.
I do apologize. If it is something that is strictured in your legal duties, then I understand. But you must understand as well that it's my duty by ancestry to ensure the book is taken up by the Sanguine Sisters. So I will agree to withdraw and push back the forces that are currently moving towards Macard. You will allow Vadius and Vaticus to leave. And you will also guide them through your torturous traps to ensure that they are able to make it out.
Of course.
You will continue to hold me as prisoner.
At this time, yes, but you will not return to the dungeons.
Of course. I will let you know that I am a member of Dennis Otvin royalty. You currently hold a decent bargaining chip, but I assure you that my cordial nature and my aptitude for noble discourse is not something that is held by many of the Sisters Sanguine. They will be more shrewd, more willing to show open displays of power, more willing to simply strike you down for a bad turn of phrase right in front of you and your council. So I just want to make sure you are aware what you are inviting.
How would they do that?
They will come here. You're holding me prisoner, are you not?
I mean, yeah.
They already have aims at Gateneath. You're simply giving them another reason to come to this place. If they do desire to treat with you, I'm simply telling you, they will be less kind than I have been.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I'm sorry, do I know you?
Well, I was at one of the other towns that you just ransacked.
Which?
Almond to the south.
Bear any loyalists. I do apologize for that display. My army specifically was the one who put those people to the sword. If you are amongst their number, I'm glad that you were able to make it out alive. I don't like it when people who are drawn up by those they are supposed to trust throw their lives away in an effort to facilitate a leader's pride, he says as he turns and looks at the matriarch.
You mean me?
No, it just seems like it was just like he was saying it to
That's
Okran.
pointed at you.
And then
Matriarch.
kind of,
I'll point. He points.
I'm literally
Okran
doing
points that
everything
out.
I can to protect the faithful.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm just not a fan of you, Mister.
It's fine. I don't know you enough to care.
Oh Lord.
Got my eyes on you.
Cool.
Those little rat eyes.
So,
Doesn't care.
as your prisoner, he looks over to Morax. Do you wish to reclaim my items?
No.
Fair
Well,
enough.
again, I don't think, as you've demonstrated, there's clearly little point in doing that.
Well, it's not even that if you've not attacked us thus far.
Well, you see, Captain of the Watch, I just want to make sure you understand the futility in honoring your rules that I keep addressing seems to be very similar to your charter.
You can just hang on to your damn armor.
I appreciate it.
You're just gonna zip it back anyway. Why does it matter?
You're slowly coming to understand what I mean by what I say.
Yeah, whatever.
Jesus.
He looks away.
Whatever, loser.
Whatever.
I hate you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, nerd.
Yeah, fuck this guy.
Okay.
Never change. Okran, never lick the boot of your oppressor.
Never.
Who's oppressing anybody?
They impressed my whole village.
Who's oppressing
Right,
anybody?
you're the
Like
man.
Okran's village, it's like all these little rats, like
You're no,
on their
it
backs.
was a mix of all different types of people.
sizzling. Yeah, but if
Mostly
there's
animal
rats,
folk.
it's more sad.
What about cat folk? What about the tabaxi? You don't care if they die? What about Kennelborn?
Not really.
Kennelborn,
I
you
don't care that. I don't care that much.
Oh, damn, okay.
The rats are cute.
This is true. Cannot argue.
You're saying Kennelborn and tabaxi are not? Okay, okay.
Especially yellow teeth. That is a very cute characteristic. Of,
They
Of
only get yellow
Ratman.
teeth when they're older.
I mean, we don't got the best
So do old
healthcare.
people.
That's something. They don't even have good health care and they were slaughtered. This just keeps getting worse.
Oh, this is too real.
We didn't have a lot of money.
Watch this, watch this. You ready for a heel turn? Check this out. He says, well, the Denisovans have free healthcare for all.
Yeah, universal
Oh,
health care.
fuck. In that
They
case.
got free healthcare for all.
Yeah.
Fuck the abyss. Come on in.
Right? Socialize us!
Hell yeah! Do we get cool long arms as well?
Oh my god, picture a rat with like long.
No, I
Do we
will
all,
not.
do we all get
Oh.
swords like that? If you will.
You kind of have to do some horrible shit to yourself to get to this level. Sorry. Our magics are pretty fucked up.
Death Knights.
And you want us to give you a book, he said, of great power?
I do not know of its power. I just know that it was written by a great mage. A very potent and powerful mage, who I know to be called Atma. If you wish for more information regarding the book, it's definitely a topic you can broach when or if the sisters wish to treat with you. I unfortunately am not I'm not a scholar. I
Or a
am
pawn?
I wouldn't say a pawn. I am more of a leader. I understand how warriors operate. I understand how people in desperate situations will respond.
How is that?
Depends on the situation, milady.
Awkward and kind of turn around and walk backwards, not looking at him. Clearly frustrated.
Wait,
This
you turn
It's
around
crazy.
and then walk backwards? You
Yeah.
run into him.
So like you're walking towards him,
no,
but
No,
you
like-
won't
no,
look
like-
at him while you do it.
no. I'll
you walk
wait,
away from
he's
him.
behind me. He's behind me. Yeah.
No, he's
Look
standing in the middle of the
around
room.
he is.
If you're looking at him and you turn around and then walk backwards, you'll slam into him.
I'll do a 360 and then walk away.
A 360 no scope and just end it.
Yeah, I walk away
Okay,
from him,
that's fine. That makes the most sense. Okay.
just like frustrated and just like the Arthur fist.
Dahabe will approach Okran and kind of pull him away, pull out a little flask, pour him a little whiskey. Here, just drink this. You'll feel better.
Yeah, I haven't had this in a bit. That's good.
It'll be nice to
Let's
be
go
the
smoke.
only. Oh boy. What?
What we're doing?
Due to his high metabolism, he is drunk as shit.
Shall I let the other two, or shall I escort the other two out of town? Looks to the matriarch.
Oh yes. If we can get them through the traps as
Shouldn't be
discreetly
an
as
issue.
possible.
You want someone to come with you?
You have a
Bring-
duty here.
I was gonna say, bring Wingus and Dingus with you.
The Wingus and Dingus don't know where the traps are, but one of the guards should be able to identify them, and I'd be happy to accompany as well.
Alrighty.
The
Just want to make sure they didn't pull a fast one.
two companions leave with Casey. Sardik remains standing there in the town hall. Still seems to be receptive to any questions or inquiries.
Evangeline doesn't like that he just stands there and be like, "You can sit."
No, thank you. And you'll notice that as the two are kind of leaving from the hall, you see them both kind of look over at Sardik, and Sardik kind of gives them a glance, and then a nod. And the two will kind of nod as well, and exit.
So they're communicating telepathically.
Perhaps.
Do we
Yeah.
all notice that? Like it's like
Oh, yeah. It's not subtle.
Yeah.
I have a quick question. You mentioned that the Sanguine Sisters are known as the Brides of Balcard.
That's what he said they were, yeah.
Through my religious knowledge. Wait, do I have religious knowledge? I don't. Never mind.
I do. I think.
Would
What'd you get,
Okran stop it?
what'd you get on an all or a religion roll?
I didn't
Hold
roll.
on. Hold on, my slow computer.
Did you get like a new, not good computer? Because I remember you being like not slow and pretty fast. What happened?
No, I think it's just getting really old.
Okay.
start your router.
The IT guy.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
The only word, for the 14 Balcard, the only word that kind of comes up, or the only kind of thought process is the Shedim, which is the demon princes of the 13 sins of the world. So in our kind of normal parlance, there's only 7, but there are some grander sins that we kind of agree are a bit more dire than the ones on offer in certain holy texts, like, oppression, or, in our magical parlance, corruption. And funny, we should land there. Corruption is the demon prince is known as Duran Balcard. He is the corruptor. John's favorite.
I've never heard of him.
I think the gods I've never heard of.
Deja.
Zahabe is actually a proponent of Durin Balcard secretly. John's like, fuck that. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I will leave. I will leave all of this. I will
It
just
was
leave.
so
This-
cute.
This again?
God damn,
He also
God
doesn't
damn.
know that Casey has a genie.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
And we'll just be playing
Is it
their
angry?
actual like mental scores in dispensing it.
Where's Jonah?
Yeah.
Oh, can you do me a favor, John? Can you tell me what you said about Jijo before they came?
Oh,
on to
I told them.
I
Okay.
saw that. What a dick.
Oh, I meant it the best way possible.
They're the
No, you didn't.
Jonah of
No, you
the
didn't.
Tuesday game.
Have I
Just
met Jonah?
just because you were late.
That's funny.
That's the only
Yeah.
reason. That's the only
Okay.
reason.
Anywho, so you don't know much about Balcard, but again, it does look like he's open for inquiry. He's still in kind of a formal, kind of casual stance in the center of the room. He declined your offer for seat, and yeah,
Well, Evangeline sits down.
okay.
Fuck that.
Does Evangeline go like, oh, Balcard, that's got like some kind of religious significance?
Yeah, and then she would know that Durham Balcard
Yeah.
is the
Okay.
Balcard name. She would know.
So
Oh,
it would be kind of like Balcar. Do you mean Durham Balcar?
No, he would say in response,
Hmm.
and then he would
who's
reply,
the other Balcard?
Nayland
Other one?
Balcard.
Nayland?
Like an actual dude?
Is that a historical?
Make a history check.
Okay, that I can do.
Are you ready for me to fucking nerd out?
27.
Okay.
Whoa.
Roll.
Yeah.
Me was not paying
Your
attention.
D&D character.
Here we go, you guys. You ready? Are you ready? Okay, cool.
All right.
Nayland. Sounds like a cat.
It's also a cat's name. That's true. That's an accurate statement. So Nayland Balcard,
Huh.
also known as the Grey Ogre, the Pale Slayer, the Death Dealer of the World Divider, Dark Knight of Vermilion, Askaya's Abomination, the Meridian Terror, Mithril Reaver, bunch of other names, was a creature formed of Meridian magics to encapsulate a divinity, specifically the divinity of the Parasite King, the very first of vampirism, a power of absolute necessity, gluttony, focused on the kind of extraction of the life force of other things. They utilized its husk, which was made from an Osirian king, and also a very, very pure Meridian bloodline, to create an entity that is ultimately powerful. And then they put a slave crown on his head to control him and sent him to go fight their enemies, specifically Osiria and the Church of Atavius. It came to a point when Nayland Balcard, in his controlled form, stood against the Osirians at their capital, and a lucky strike from a dwarf known as Greysword cleft the slave crown off of his head and forced Nayland to, for the first time in his entire life, deal with understanding mortality. This is pain. This is what pain feels like. I've been doing this and worse to other people. What the fuck? And so he disappeared from history. But because you rolled so high in history, you would know that he didn't disappear entirely. He traveled to the lands of Jernaris and started falling in bed with a group known as the Crimson Coven, a cult of vampires that were very much ingratiated with the dragons of the region after the War of Sword and Serpent and during the Third Era. He and a leader of this group, known as Tears, birthed a child, that child Alacia Nagai,
That guy.
who continued on to become the Demon Princess of Lust. But yeah, that is where Nayland Balcard kind of associates with this Crimson Coven. And based on everything you've been hearing, Sanguine Sisters, you'd also now know Sardic's name, and you would know Sardic was a lieutenant of Tears long ago, and was a servant from a foreign land that served the Coven. The foreign land must be the Denisotvan territories to the west. Kind of all falling into place. It's very unlikely that Sardic is a Death Knight. It is more likely he is a unique undead who is very old.
Where's the motherfucking priest when we need her? Oh wait, you're a priest. Magpie.
Get him!
Well, I
Turn
just
undead.
think of her as the matriarch. Oh yeah, turn undead. Right.
Rebuke
I
it.
think I do have that.
Rebuke. Like, just say the Holy Father or whatever. I don't know.
Turn
Do fail
resistance.
4 Hail Marys.
Turn resistance.
What
Sorry.
resistance? What'd you say?
Turn resistance.
Oh, okay. We'll
Yeah.
make a note of that.
Most powerful
Also
undead
is-
have. Yeah.
Probably really high
Oh, yeah.
level.
Well, it's not really a
Pretty
level
sure
thing.
he
It's
could beat a level 5.
more challenge rating thing, but yeah, he's probably pretty potent.
So Dennis Atman's servant of
The Sanguine Sisters.
the Crim. Okay.
Crimson Coven was destroyed a while ago.
Okay.
Alacia destroyed it, where she continued on to become a member of the Grey Order. And then
She became a member of the Grey Order and then became a demon princess of lust.
that's
Okay.
right.
All right. So Sanguine Sisters.
And then was replaced by and she's apparently still alive,
Jai.
but who knows what she's doing.
Jai.
She's probably doing Jai, yeah.
No, not doing Jai. She was replaced by Jai.
Yeah, and then she's doing. She's doing Jai.
Oh my god.
That makes sense. I mean, they both fuck. Why wouldn't they? They fuck like
Checks out on
crazy.
Jai's side.
Huh?
Checks out on Jai's side.
Yeah, Alicia's the same.
All right. So we got a lot of history, and yet still have no options.
Correct. On the other side of it, Casey, you lead these two. Is there anything that you kind of want to have discourse with them as you lead them out?
Just that their company was pleasant, and under other circumstances, they'd be more than welcome to return to
That-
my accommodations, at the very least.
Vaticus kind of looks at you with like a sorrowful look, and he says, "You do understand that you've just given us the way to detect your traps and move through them, right?
Of course.
I just want to make sure that you're safe. You've been more than kind to me and my friend. I just want to make sure that you understand that this is not going to go well for you and yours.
We've made our choice.
Okay.
Move the traps, move the traps.
If you do make it out alive, and you end up moving towards us, outside of it, and I am present, I will do everything in my power to make sure you are shown the same grace that you've shown us.
I appreciate that.
We will do as we were instructed and make sure that Macard is safe."
My people will appreciate that.
He and Badius leave.
Casey's ready to die. Let's do this thing.
Right. I've lived long enough.
It's fine. Starting to lose threads anyway, man.
Right.
They're like at the end of their time,
The expiration date is like 10 years ago.
right?
been running on fumes for a while.
Funny.
Ticker tape's running to the end.
Okay.
So now what?
Are you asking Sardik?
Right.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm not in the keep.
Like out of character, I feel like there's two options. We keep Sardik and we fight, or we give him up and we fight. And he said that if he was traded, he would not have his army attack us.
Correct.
Okay. I know.
Feel like
That was
that's
just the release of the on.
just a
No, he's
Well, the
that's a trick because they'll be like, oh, I told my army to not attack, but the other four.
I'll be honest.
That's exactly what he said.
I'll be honest, Dahave, at this point, like as you're kind of listening to them talk, you're thinking about like the history lessons that are kind of unfolding in your brain, and you're pretty sure if Sardik wanted to, he could cut through every single person in this town and just walk through it like he didn't care. Like he was really interested in murder, but he seems to be, based on what you've been talking about, he's this slave to the rules, and he keeps on like following the rules to the letter no matter what. And it's like this very strange paradigm from like what you're remembering from history and also what you're seeing on display here. And you kind of hear Moirak saying like, well, you know, whatever, but you're actually understanding that like when he first set outside that he's going to continue to fight on different campaigns, that wasn't a joke. Like it seems like this guy is something beyond living.
Yeah.
For
I
him
mean,
to be
I
in-
don't. Yeah. It's like I think if we have a second to recollect and to meet again
Mhm.
away from him, do we have time to do
Yeah.
that? Can we do that?
Well,
Okay.
if you want to wait until Casey gets back, you can do it once he gets back, or once they get
Yeah.
back. That'd be fine.
All right. So I think the first most important thing is that I don't see him, you know, because Morak, so you have said like, oh, what if he's trying to trick us, right? Or no, or you would not have said that.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have said that.
Okay.
Right, like he's totally trying to trick us, right?
I don't see him as a deceiver, even when he sort of betrayed the understood agreement to not be armed in the North City. He didn't pick up his arms to attack, but to hold a sort of appropriate conference. I don't think he's a liar.
I think he's adhering to, like, I put on a better dress to address him.
Mhm.
He did the
He's-
same.
And
He's duty bound.
yes, Okrin, I'm surprised to hear you say that, even after he has done so much damage to your people.
I mean, I don't like it. Let's call a spade a spade.
Well, if he will agree to keep his army from, you know, battering our walls, then maybe it'll be worth to send him on his way.
We'll still have the other armies to worry about, but we've secured safety in so much as we can for our people and those in Makard. And we will, I guess, do our duty to Irmareg.
Suppose that's the best that we really can do.
Yes, I don't think that we would really be doing our duty to Air Marag, because it sounds like they wanted us to fight, and you know,
We will fight. We just won't have to fight his army.
Yes, I'm afraid that may not get us very much because still 4 more armies are 3 or 4 more armies is a lot to fight.
But it won't be 5.
Well, yes, that is true. I guess I have to look on the bright side.
We have to take what advantage we can.
Yes.
And who knows, if we can hold them off long enough, maybe the abbess will help. Maybe.
Let us hope.
And maybe
She'll
he's carrying
come-
a lot of weight.
She'll come riding down the mountain like fucking Gandalf.
You hear a voice actually click in your head, Evangeline. It's Sardic's voice, and he says, "You put a lot of hope where it isn't warranted. I will come further clean with you. I've been listening to everything you've been saying out there.
You forget it.
Oh, this
What a
fucker.
great fucking prisoner.
Yeah.
Such a good, polite boy. Ugh. God, I hate him.
Oh my goodness. Well, Sardik can hear us, so
It's not like we have a tower where we could talk
You didn't say you went
without
to the
fear of
tower,
scrying.
though.
I know. I
No.
know.
We didn't.
It's not like we have that available to us easily.
We gotta
Yeah,
walk
you're
all the way
literally-
across
Ugh.
town to get
There's
there.
there's a wall barrier,
God.
and you guys were like, "Yeah, this is good."
Yeah.
oh, whatever.
Good point.
Okay, well. Do we go
Are
to
we-
the tower to discuss further, or
I don't think so. I think we reached an agreement among
Okay.
us, right?
okay? So we would go back in, and Evangeline would be like, "I believe you already know our decision."
Of course. It's the most logical one. And I'll be honest, a kindness I put forward before you, as it was something I felt would be a repayment for the poor reception and the response of the messenger that preceded me.
It
He
was
lo-
appreciated.
He looks at Okrin and kind of walks over directly to him. There's nothing I can do or say that will make you forget what I assume was a horrible day or number of days for you.
Yeah, I'm
I-
living through it.
I can tell you that if you remain here with these individuals in their attempts to fight the other armies, you will relive that day tenfold, if not at a greater magnitude. However, because I have granted you a terrible sense of ill nature towards me and mine, I can only repay you with trinkets. And he kind of reaches back behind his back and pulls out a short sword, kind of offers it out to you.
Okay. And then I'll grab it.
If for some reason you are able to escape this place and make it to a larger settlement, this blade should sell for a comfortable amount, as I am certain there are many historians who seek it. For the time being, use it against my countrymen, or not. Gain some semblance of revenge for what me and mine did to yours, if it makes you feel some sense of joy. This is all I can do to try and repay you.
I'm very confused. Orkin's very confused.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He's impossible to hate.
I know. See, we love him. Let's all just
Good
join
boy.
Like, fuck this. I'm joining
Yeah.
the Dennis Hotman army.
him. They
It's
get
like,
universal health care?
They also have universal healthcare.
Are you kidding me?
Not even
Who
Obamacare,
wouldn't,
just
sorry?
like the good stuff.
But yeah, if you take the sword, kind of
I mean,
pull the blade open, and you would see that it's completely made out of gems, like, well, not gems, a gem, a single large shard of crystal.
right.
And yeah, if you are relinquishing him, he would turn and leave at that point.
Akron will look at the blade as he turns away and walks off, and just like look at the matriarch and say, "What?"
What happened? What just happened? I think we made a mistake, matriarch Evangeline, because we should have asked him for magic weapons. Apparently, that was what he was dealing.
He did
Am
not
I
offer
right?
them. No.
Okay, just making sure. I didn't know what happened around here.
It seems that he does not take joy from what he does.
But there's a sense of duty and kind of like
Yeah.
repayment.
He was trying to make right what he was made to do. So, to take from that what you will. It doesn't change anything, but
Seems very confusing for our rat friend.
It's not great. Can't lie.
that. I do have to say though, this isn't your fight necessarily, so I would understand if you do not wish to be a part of it. You
Okay,
don't.
bye.
You right?
Yeah.
Bye.
Um, I'm not sure. To be quite
That's-
honest, I'm still pissed as fuck about what happened down in Alnwick.
Then use that rage as you can here, I guess.
And I'll try to make sense of what you guys are doing here.
I don't know that it makes much sense.
Good luck.
She's literally just like, I'm not sure what sense you'll be able to make out of it, but
I'm still curious about what these folks are doing up on. It was the mountain you said behind.
yeah, you're Mareg.
Well, they're rude. Why are they rude?
They're
They feel entitled.
they have a particular way of looking at things, and they believe that that is perhaps the only way to look at things, or the best way to look at things.
You've met them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Little intense, but
No, they're in a monastery.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's on a mountain, right?
That one's for Elizabeth. Right there.
Wait, I missed that. That flew right over my head.
Yeah.
Well, like 3 days into the new year, you gotta start that shit.
Yeah. Zach loves those. That's his favorite thing.
Yeah, they're what, they're Atavians?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
are the Denisovans.
okay. So I mean, I figure it's just two sides of a coin coming together.
Do you trust?
Kind of.
Do you trust them? Oh, I mean, they must. I mean, they helped you with, I guess, with this town, but
They kept the town alive. Kind of.
I mean, it sounds like they kept it, but they're not going to keep it.
Yeah.
I just say that you should do what's best for your town folk
I'm trying.
at this point.
It's a lot. She like low key wants to full disclosure. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. Just be like, I don't know what I'm doing, and just kind of making it up as I go along. But I don't think she will. Like it's like right there on the tip of her tongue to be like, yeah, I've been doing this for like a year. Did not sign up for this.
She has imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Same.
Hard. Oh Lord.
If any of us really know what we're doing here.
Mm-mm.
I'm glad we're all around the same kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
If
We
you
can
ever
all
take
hear.
the time to identify the dagger or the short sword. More of a long knife, to be completely honest, but it's short sword's the mechanical characteristics we're using.
Yeah, we can do that.
It's probably just like a +3
I just posted it in the general.
Vorpal blade or something.
The
Of
plus,
rat of rat
Plus-
slaying.
+2 weapon. It deals an additional d6 damage when it hits a d6 necrotic damage when it hits a non-construct, non-undead creature. Additionally, when you roll a natural 20 with it, it deals 3d6 necrotic damage, provided the target isn't a construct or undead, and you gain temporary hit points equal to the amount of extra damage on the crit. The weapon is indestructible.
Nice.
My God.
Also, it's pretty. Sardic's tear?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you.
Even his tears are awesome. God, that asshole.
That means he was sad and
Well,
he cried and
Yeah.
the freaking.
If Dahave takes the second to understand the nature and history of the weapon, I'm assuming that she's the one who identifies it. She would know why it's called what it's called. Tears of Crimson, the master of the Crimson Coven, gave each of her trusted lieutenants a weapon that was a life-stealing blade formed
Ooh.
of raw vitae. So the gemstone that you're kind of looking at is this kind of strange, kind of rainbowy colored pattern, but it's not a gemstone that you would recognize. It's just pure solidified blood, but more than blood, like pure essence of blood. And
Blood.
she gave those to each of her lieutenants. This is the one that Sardic had.
Blood squared.
Blood cubed.
Blood cubed.
I actually have some tea I need to start drinking.
Blood jelly.
So, like, yeah, I've mentioned that I'm like pre-diabetic. I've been working at it, not during the holiday season though.
Fuck that.
I'm getting back on track. But we found this tea at we've got this really cool shop that's called Saraga or whatever in town, and it's like an international marketplace. They got all sorts of cool shit.
I just went
And-
there the other day.
Yeah, awesome. The tours to show. I know why you would, because it's the same person. Anyways, they had tea aisle, and there was this tea called blood sugar tea, and it's supposed to help your blood sugar levels. But when we were walking past it, I was like, blood sugar tea. It's like blood tea, but like sweet blood.
Sweet blood tea.
like Red Hot Chili Peppers, blood sugar, sex magic.
Yes, that's what the tea
That's
is.
very 90s-ish right there. Cool.
Where you
Love it.
always have some random musical reference.
He likes the music.
Mostly that's really old stuff too.
Some of it's-
90s stuff.
Some of his suggestions aren't bad. I like
Do
Foo
short
Fighters.
swords go off decks or
Short
strength?
swords go off dex or strength.
Good to know.
Yeah, any finesse weapon can be wielded with strength. You don't
You
have
wield weapons with your tail, because that would be freaking awesome.
cannot.
My tail can be a weapon.
That is true, but he can't wield weapons.
Oh, he can't like get it, Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Keep
not
on there.
prehensile. It's just
That would be neat.
that'd be so awesome. Then when you were backing up, you would be armed when you're moonwalking.
He'd be tailed.
Armed. Yeah,
Yeah, you'd
tailed.
be tailed. There you go. Nice.
So after Sardic leaves, and you're all kind of mustering out of the town hall, kind of going probably to, the keep or the tower to kind of have discourse. Dusk kind of wanders over and says, "Oh, there you are. I've been looking all over for you all day." You all doing okay?
Yeah. Seems like you'll get to kill some Denisovans soon.
Great. I just wanted to make sure you're aware. It looked like the armies were moving north towards Picard.
Oh boy.
No. Hopefully that should change shortly.
Okay. I'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
He just.
If you could let us know if it doesn't.
Okay, we'll do. Just wanders off, very confused with the whole exchange. Presumes it's the dragon's fault.
Yes.
We do have a dragon. That's cool.
Oh, man. Okay.
So, the question here I have for you, obviously we've been going on a day-to-day basis, but it does look like this is a point where we're kind of waiting for specific movements. Is there anything that you want to do as a group in this time? Because you are aware that there's going to be some movement outside militarily, and when they're going to treat with you probably won't be soon if they're coming, and they probably won't lay siege on you anytime soon. Based on Dusk's reports and everything, there's probably a solid, 6 day before anything really kind of hits the fan. Sardik was kind of well ahead of his group in his movements to come here and speak with you. So, is there anything that you as a group would like to do collectively during this downtime? Coordinating with your allies that you have. Again, Dusk will, if we discuss moving into these few days, we'll kind of discuss what he's doing movement-wise, and you can try and engage with the dragon to do stuff as well.
Do we want to try and reset the traps, move them around so they're
Probably
yeah,
a good
that would
idea.
be a good
Yeah.
idea.
Well, your two trap layers are gone. Roman and oh my god, why is my brain Summer? Were your two
Oh,
main
that's
trap
true.
layers? So
yeah, but it's just relocation. It's not ingenuity. You know what I mean?
I disagree because you
Okay.
have to
Yeah. 'cause-
dig
Okay.
pits and cover them up with druid magic, and then you have to
Oh, okay.
build badass spike traps. Which
Yeah.
and
Well-
relocating those isn't so much a you just pick it up and you move it. They've reshaped trees to make
That's
that
fair.
death trap she showed.
Fucking Summer, man.
Can we make less
Yeah.
rudimentary ones?
Miss that granola girl.
Yeah, I mean, you can make more to fill out the holes if you want to. It's absolutely fine.
We could put like a giant tank and then leave like a log that goes up to it. But that way, when they run up and they fall in, they won't be able to get back out.
Oh,
Oh,
I thought you meant like a Lehman Russ.
yeah,
Oh, that's how you catch
Right? I
rats.
was like, ooh.
like a big tank.
Sorry,
Like-
that's how you cat rats.
If we had a big tank and a dragon,
Yeah.
I think that'd be it.
We'd be okay.
One tank and a dragon.
And a dragon.
Whole army
It's like
devastated.
it's like that
Gone.
tank. It's like that tank in that music video from like the late '90s, like early 2000s, the Master P, like No Limit, like the big shiny tank. Oh, am I too old?
Oh my god.
Did
I,
I
don't
just
know
pull
what you're
Kevin?
talking- I have no idea what you're talking
I don't
about.
even know what you're talking
I'm
about.
finding it. Hold on. No
Big shiny tank.
Limit
Big shiny.
tank.
Are you talking about REM, Happy Shiny People? Or
No, I'm
Okay.
talking about the No Limit
I know you're not talking about that. I'm just joking.
copy image.
We're all just like staring awkwardly, like, oh, the olds are talking.
Oh,
The
yeah.
olds.
The olds. Ooh, that is a shiny tank. That's so cool.
Yeah, I thought
Is that
so.
like Eminem in there?
No, it's No Limit. It's Master P.
Oh, Master P.
Forget it. I'm very Caucasian right now.
Nice.
Anyway, so do you want to just spend some time kind of working, in town doing like kind of this kind of movement towards being more defended, or is there anything that you particularly want to engage with?
So, I don't know. I mean, I feel like there's these mixed messages. Okay, so do we think that there's any benefit to exploring the Phaline shit, like around the cave, or like kind of beneath Urmorag, or is that just
I mean,
a
yeah.
wild,
I mean,
a Feywild goose chase?
I
Uh,
I feel like
Thank you, Zach.
I had seen it before once you posted it. Sorry, I knew that I'd seen it before. It's that
No.
video.
No.
he just joined the old people. Welcome, Zach. It's good to have you.
Oh, he posted the dirty version.
Oh, can't play that on the air.
Whoops.
Uh-oh, you better pull that. You got a clean site. That you run a clean site here, so you know.
Yeah. I don't know if that's fucking true,
Debatable.
but
debatable. I think it would be useful because if we can use those for escape, like we get fully
I
overrun.
mean, the Abbas is fully expecting us to fight to the motherfucking death, I think. She's
Okay,
giving me
well,
that vibe.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do
If it-
though?
if it comes to that, what's the difference between disappearing and dying?
I mean, I'm on that
Disappearing to
bandwagon.
the Feywild on top of it.
Right.
Who's gonna follow us there?
Are you guys able to go into the monastery?
I'm
Never.
invited.
Like you can't.
We've never been.
Okay, like
We started to go up there, and then I almost got assassinated by
Yeah.
that Dusk fellow who is now my friend.
well, also like there was a time when we kind of asked for their help, and they kind of showed up in the tower with a bunch of books.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
We
true.
were holding that special
What else?
book for them,
that special book for them that you were holding.
and they snatched it up and said, "Oh, we're gonna take care of it now," for no reason
That was
other than
probably it.
we're gonna take care of it now.
That special book that they were holding. for you.
Right.
Oh,
It's probably that book.
Do you remember?
Are
Well,
you
the,
guys
yeah,
telling?
do you
of
remember the
course.
title of that book?
No, I wrote it down, but it's like buried in my notes.
That's why you need to have a search for it.
That's
See-
why I need to be Elizabeth.
Gotta do a
But-
history check. History check.
Oh, can I do a
Maybe-
history check?
Can we phone a friend? Can we call Elizabeth and just like ask her?
Elizabeth in the chat. Elizabeth
Yeah.
in the chat.
Like, we need the information.
Phone a
We need
friend.
Information.
Who's on Twitch? Who's on
Phone a
Twitch right
friend.
now? Oh, or is she playing
I don't know. Looks like she's
Magic
playing
the Gathering
Magic.
with Chad?
Oh
God
no!
damn it. God damn it, Chad.
Sorry.
God damn
Took
it,
our
Chad.
Elizabeth.
You planned this.
See,
Like Chad distract
The
Elizabeth.
title of the book is
Yeah.
Atma's Magical Book. That's important.
that is important.
That is
that's
the
like-
same name of
yeah.
the mage that wrote the book that they want.
I made that up.
Oh. Shut up. Tired.
Man, I'm not.
You're not.
I'm afraid to leave through my notes because then John's gonna be like, "Oh, I can hear your leaves."
No. Plugins are not terrible.
Would it be?
I don't even know what happened to my other notebook. I don't know.
Would it be worthwhile for us to go up there and say, "Hey, we're gonna die if you don't help at all"?
And then they're gonna get you.
I don't think
Which
so.
honestly, I
because-
don't think they'd care. They'd welcome the fight.
Well, okay, we sent.
So
I
they're
sent
fighting
her.
us, and we're fighting the other people. Why not let them fight each other?
Because we're duty bound, which is
Right.
kind of like the theme now. I'm starting to pick
Yeah.
up. It's very uncomfortable. I don't like this.
There's
I
lots of
didn't.
duty.
I didn't sign anything.
Yeah,
out
I
about
know.
that.
I know. The only one who's not duty bound is
Okran.
Okran.
Well, wait a minute. He has a duty to protect the matriarch now.
I mean, kind of.
He's
but
I mean,
Like-
it's very loose. It's
I
very
mean,
loose.
yeah,
Barely
it's like he
knows us.
shows up.
He
and
didn't even get a contract, so
like,
it's not
come
illegal.
on. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's
I
really just
haven't-
doing us a solid.
Yeah,
I haven't talked to HR yet.
yeah. That's true. And he didn't know. We told him we had universal health care. Wait till he finds out.
It's only a conditional offer letter, okay?
The
Oh,
only
there you
healthcare
go.
we had was Summer, and now
That's
she's
true.
gone.
She's
I
gone.
know I'm
man.
gonna at least need like 10,000 more.
Need what?
More
Major
gold.
medical, dental.
Oh, I thought
Gold.
you said
I-
cheese.
I clearly need dental.
Yeah.
I thought we paid you in like cheese.
Wait, we're paying him?
Wait,
No,
you guys get
cheese.
paid? Wait, you
Yeah,
guys get
this
paid?
is one of those like
Wait, you
experience based
guys
internships,
Oh,
right?
there you go.
Right.
Don't worry. You get the experience. Then maybe you'll get a job.
You know who wouldn't fuck around with that shit? Dennis Odvins.
Yeah, they have really good
Well, they've got healthcare.
paid work,
Yeah.
paid labor protections.
Absolutely.
So
Okay,
which,
well I can't
which
find
way,
the name of the book. Can I roll for it,
Oh no, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
which way was through
It's
the
not
traps
important.
again?
John?
Not
Oh,
important.
it's not.
It is important. You brought it up.
It would have been important if you wrote it down, but it's not important to you.
I did write
so-
it down, but I don't know
I'm
where that
pretty
other
sure I did
notebook went.
not write it down.
More than fair.
I know I
Well-
didn't write it down. I don't write that shit down.
We are
I
where
just
we
read
are. That's where we're
Our
at.
names.
So what are we doing? Somebody said they wanted to go check out the ley line. That sounded like a thing.
All right, let's go do that. Can we get a ride from the dragon?
No.
But he though.
Is-
What
is
you
You mean
the-
that
mean?
sentient creature just can't be our taxi?
he would say no.
I mean, you know what? At this point,
Is
Well,
that
you know,
dragon gonna
he's-
help us?
He says, "I'm done messing with Urmurag. I've already what you call Urmurag. I've already discussed that with you." He said, "I'm not interested in the mountain anymore."
I mean that was out of character, but
Well, no, he
Oh.
said, "Oh, the joke got it." Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Then he's not having this conversation with you.
so
He's not gonna help us.
No,
So-
he'll
No, he's
help
gonna
us
help
if
us.
he's just not gonna be our pony.
right.
Oh, that's fine. I don't blame him.
But so that's the question is like getting there will take at least a day, right?
Yeah,
So-
but we have a 6-day.
6 or 7
What?
hours.
Didn't it? Yeah, it didn't. It took us like half a day to get there before I almost got killed, right?
Yeah. Are we splitting the party?
Well, you're not going up. You're going around, so it's less time. You're going to the
Okay.
ley line, right? Or are you going up to the
Right.
monastery?
The
I'll-
Fey line.
I'm cool with either, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we're going to the line. Got it.
Are we going all together or are we splitting the party?
Might as well
Well,
just
what
go
other
together.
things do we want to accomplish, and how long do we think they will take?
I mean, we've pretty much have done everything we could to fortify the town at this point, unless somebody's got some new great idea.
No.
No. As I said before, Casey has accepted their fate. They're ready to do this.
Dusk has offered to go.
Okay.
If you put it to him
To go with us or to go alone?
to go with you.
Okay.
Okay.
And I guess I gotta go
Okay.
if the matriarch's going.
Yeah.
You don't have to say it like that.
Yeah, I'll go.
I
don't know,
guess I'll
I'm
go.
I'm
Guess
getting a
I'll
little
go.
disenfranchised
Yeah.
by this whole thing that's happening here.
To be fair, I would not want to follow around a 17-year-old child that was ruling this town.
I mean, he just told me that there'd be tenfold of what I just went through.
Oh, right, which is real bad.
Dude.
Real bad. He
Real
saw
bad.
like his family get killed and everything. That's pretty bad. Oh god.
Well, at least you won't see any of your family get killed.
Oh,
Already dead.
Well, I mean, I got the two worst ones behind me here.
yeah,
No.
that's true.
Sorry.
That's looking at the bright side.
Gigi
Bob.
just loves bringing my characters pain.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn, dude.
God.
I'm sorry. but
God.
This game just
Just
like
loves it. Just loves it.
this game
Damn.
does something to me. I don't know what it is.
Absolutely serving up C word. Jeez.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I don't think so.
Wow.
That was harsh.
Oh my God.
Why do you hate John so much?
Yeah, right.
You know
I mean-
why, John. You know what you did.
Oh,
Oh,
This
Oh,
sounds like
because you're the
some
Tuesday Jonah.
tea.
Got it.
There you go. Yeah, you're right.
okay. So
That's gotta hurt.
Oh.
Oh, I see. I see Ashisho's side. You gotta see. You guys see
Okrin,
that side?
you're bringing the lads, right?
Yeah, Wingus and Dingus.
All right.
I love these names.
And everybody else is going, and also Dusk. Is that right? Anybody else I'm missing?
You bringing any of your lieutenants?
I'm going to. If
You
it's
are.
the
You are effectively leaving the town unguarded by taking
Yeah.
the council, but you can bring whoever you want.
Or you could leave them there.
I'm gonna
whatever.
leave the lieutenants in town.
Smart.
If
got
you want,
you got the
Well,
rat folk.
there's one option we forgot about. Somebody could stay back and try to get more magic items off of Sardic.
He's gone.
Okay, too bad then. That option's off the table.
Yeah, Evangeline wouldn't like that either.
No, I would. I think it'd be better to go. That was more of just a joke because I know he's not a magic item dispenser,
Yeah.
but I want him to be at the same time.
He's not a gotcha machine. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's a bummer.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm going to use these bandit tokens as the two lads. They're not anything special. They're not big.
They're special to
beaters or anything.
me.
That's fair. But as you kind of make your way out of town on the south eastern gate, you would know that there is the path that goes straight up the mountain, and there's a very kind of narrow pass that kind of moves along the outside of the mountain. And you would know that it's a bit of a winding path. It kind of requires a bit of caution. So you know horses are not going to be an available kind of function here. Even with the numbers that you have, that's also, true. But you know that the path is well traveled. There are people who do like making this march to get to the beaches and kind of get to the coast. That said, I'll go ahead and move us to the map that you're kind of moving towards. And we'll discuss as I switch the music as well.
Oh god.
Mhm. Mhm.
How much time do you think was between here and where we are now? There and where we are now.
3 hours?
I was gonna tune the short sword as
Okay. Yeah, you'd have had time to do that before leaving. Because it would have been like the next day you probably would have set off, actually.
gotcha.
That said, you can see up ahead there is kind of a split in the path here. It looks like there is kind of a drop-off that actually winds underneath a portion of the rock that you're kind of on top of, moving towards a well-constructed Gate-Methian bridge. It looks like there's been some damage to it. Nothing recent. If any of you would have like narratively come out this way for any purposes, you would know the damage was due to a kind of a boulder fall from higher up. The mountain is on your north side, and you would know that the pass downwards is traversable, but not one you can do on foot. It would be a very harsh climb if you were to kind of descend down and not cross the bridge. But if you were to cross the bridge and follow the path to the east, there's a point where it kind of starts to head down towards a series of switchbacks that lead to the coast and to where you're heading. So that said, feel free to make your way towards the bridge.
So towards the start of our track, we would have aided, and that would have been for Evangeline.
I forgot
the
Dusk.
Russian.
Bear with me, I'm getting some latency
Yes, give
here.
me my psycho.
The second
And
I start trying to change my tactics and what we're doing, Roll20's like, I don't know about all that, man.
Ratfolk.
Hey. Oh, hey, yo.
Bear with me here. I'm getting some latency.
You've been aided, right?
Ooh,
You.
oh me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, you.
So aiding, what do you get? 5 hit points? Is it a?
5 to your max
Temp,
and 5 to
yeah.
your current. It's not temp.
Oh, it's not. Ooh, wow. You're right. It doesn't say anything about it being temporary. It's like
For 8 hours.
nice.
Eat.
Faster. Thief.
Obviously,
There.
Da Bei doesn't hold anything against you,
Against who?
rat folk.
No, all the malice
Better-
is,
better
is
not.
mine.
That's
It's
what I
only
thought.
mine.
It's basically just
not Da
Shijo
Bei's.
who holds that against you.
Okay.
Oh, very funny.
So, how are you making your way across the bridge?
Throw the matriarch on there first to test it. Just kidding.
That makes sense.
I'll go across and just kind of see if it seems all right.
No, matriarch, come back. That's a
Yeah.
joke.
Well,
wanna-
I can fly, so maybe I'll go
Okay.
first.
Maybe I'll go while you're flying, and you can kind of watch it. See if
No,
it
he's
seems
gonna walk across because he has wings that can save him.
Oh, I
if
thought
it
he was
starts
good.
falling, I can just like
Then you'll
sprout
fly.
wings and fly.
All right, cool.
Okay.
That's the plan.
So, Mikhail, as you kind of step and also Moirax, as you step out onto the bridge, you hear this kind of like strange magical sound kind of appear, like on the opposite side, kind of emanate outwards. You see blue lights kind of flare that kind of have a ghost-like light to them. And then from those lights manifest forms. The forms that manifest on the other side are ghostly figures that appear to kind of just appear from thin air, standing in kind of a strange formation in front of you. At first, it looks like they're looking away from you. Then as you kind of focus in on them, it looks like they turn without turning. Like their forms just are facing this way and then are facing you instead. Their eyes are kind of glowing red inside of their blue energy, and they seem to be kind of holding up their weaponry, military arms of old, kind of in position to defend the bridge. The leader, which is this one here. Oh, hold on. This one here in the back says in Old Janarin a phrase. Does anybody here speak Old Janarin? Just Janarin?
I speak Janarin. I don't think I
Perfect.
speak old.
Well, it's the same. It just got the
Oh.
theys and thous and
Just
thems.
like yo.
Yeah, yieldy. He says, interlopers, you shall not pass. None shall ascend Morag as long as the book is open.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you got it open?
Yeah, this is not good. I would translate that for everybody. That way everybody could, hear it where they could understand it.
And you'll note that this position doesn't appear to be an ascent, but it does look like there's a bit of a cliff behind them that might serve as such.
So it looks like we have to either fight or make some deal for them to let us up. But I don't know what we could offer them.
We do not seek to ascend. We only seek to go to the beach. Dahabe will call out over the
Do you speak Janarin?
bridge. Oh, Jernarin. Fuck my life. Never mind.
I could just translate.
You
and
wanna
say that
translate?
to see what they say?
Oh.
Yeah.
Fuck your life. That's what I try to do as a DM every single week.
Yeah, that's right. You asked for it.
That's literally my goal. Thank
Yeah.
you for consent.
Ah,
Oh
nice.
my god.
I'm going to
That's dark. I'm sorry.
translate that and say it.
Okay. They don't seem to respond. Instead, you see their hands kind of shift, and the swords and axes that they were wielding turn into longbows, and they seem to train them on your group.
What are we gonna do?
They don't
We're
make a
gonna-
response.
Looks like they're training bows on you at this point.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Because they're not surprising you with them, we're going to go ahead and just move right into it. Bear with me here as I set up a nice, fun fight bite music.
Oh, I think what's going to happen is they're going
Oh.
to all shoot their bows and they're going to
Mm.
kill our rat person before we, even get a drink.
What?
They're going to kill
Why
our
are you,
rat
That was
why are
person.
you
specific.
ganging up on me now?
I don't know. I'm just saying that would be the crazy thing
I'm
that
gonna
John
kill
would do to us. You
Our
basically just kill your new friend.
rat person.
Yeah, I can't remember his name because now all I'm thinking about is
Send it
that's-
derogatory.
It's I guess that was a little derogatory. I have to apologize. It's like it's Okrin.
Okrin.
Yes, that's it. Okrin. I keep thinking Orkin, but I know that's wrong. That was said though. Once somebody says it, it sticks.
Yeah, Elizabeth said that.
Yeah.
John,
Hmm.
Magpie should go before me.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
we got to roll too, don't we? Holy crap! I gotta do this.
We're all bunched up in a nice little formation.
Oh crap!
Hell
I'm
yeah.
going last.
no, we're going last.
What'd you roll?
Okay.
Dusty's all the way over there.
Oh, it's supposed to be a 5. I don't know why I
Dust.
didn't add to the counter.
Yeah, it didn't go. on
Why
the
is he
counter
all the
for
way
some
over there?
reason.
I just assumed Dusk and
He's
I
smart.
moved over. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for sanity's sake, what did you get? Morax 19.
Yeah.
Okay. And Okrin, what did you get? A 5?
5.
Oh, I have higher decks.
Do you?
Yeah. Well, maybe not. I know my dex is 16, so it's a +3.
Mine's at 16, so it's +3.
Oh, okay. My initiative's a 3 then, of course. So it's
We
yours.
just go at the same time. We'll hold hands while we're.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, then how are they get? I thought you were going to get killed at the first round, though. So I guess your turn will be over. Right?
Okay.
Let's hope that does matter.
So the tag-alongs will be going after their kind of immediate who they're tagging along after. So Dusk will go after Moirax, and the rat folk who are currently being represented by bandits of Mammon will be going after Okrin. Okay, so highest on the initiative docket is Evangeline.
Okay. She gonna do I can't do like a spell and then Sacred Flame at this in the same turn, right?
If it's a bonus action casting time for the spell, yeah.
Okay. I would like to,
Like Shield of Faith or
Shield of Faith or Bless.
Spiritual Weapon. Bless is not a bonus action.
Spiritual
Okay, I'll
weapon's pretty
do-
sick.
I've never actually gotten to use it, so let's try that. We'll
Okay.
do that. Why isn't... Then it would be within 60 feet.
Yeah, 1 second here. I'm having some lag times. It's always right at the end, yeah?
Yeah.
My
My favorite was the time when literally everyone's computer crashed at the same time.
Yeah, that was great.
It was like 3 of us though, so
Mhm.
it's like, what the hell?
I am trying to pull out a token here, and it's being real difficult. Do.
I can just draw a
Oh, what?
picture.
No. Don't draw my map.
Grunkly.
You should see a blue kind of sword hanging around there.
Oh, here?
I'm giving you control of it. Now. You should be able to move it around at your pleasure.
Okay. I would like to put it here.
Okay. Is that within 6 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. And you can attack with it.
Okay. The 10.
You say a 10?
Yeah.
Oh,
It
that
already
misses.
rolled. Yeah. And then I can still do Sacred Flame? Or
Okay.
no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Against that one up front.
Yeah.
Okay. It'll take the damage. -8. Okay. Doesn't look like it has any problems with taking the damage. Alright, Evangeline done. Dahabe, you're up.
Okay. We will do a heroism. We will do it at level 1. And that'll be on Evangeline.
Okay.
So at the start of each of
Nope.
your turns, gain 3 temporary hit points.
Oh.
Anything else from Dahabe?
And I will move over here.
Morax.
All right. Have. Oh boy, where's my measuring? I can't get there. They haven't gone yet. I will take a few steps out onto the bridge, and just draw my sword to hold my ground. I guess I'll hold an action for if anybody comes within range, I'll take a swing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Immediately after your initiative, you'll see Dusk draw a short bow, move to this railing here, and take a shot across the one that got sacred flamed. Looks like he's going to fire a few times. 1, 2, 3. He hits once. He will deal damage. And it's immune to poison. Alright. That's it for Dusk. It'll move to Casey.
Question. This map, is any of this like darkness or dim light even?
There's a bit of shadow on the opposite side, kind of like in the kind of grayish areas behind them, but
Okay.
everything else is pretty well lit because it's midday.
What about underneath the bridge?
Yep, sure.
So if I jump underneath the bridge and as I pass into the darkness underneath, can I use my shadow step to teleport behind this guy
Yeah.
over here? Fuck yeah. So you just see Casey launch themselves
Like a little rocket
like a little rocket
out of
into
the bridge
darkness.
and then appears out of the shadow behind that guy with like
Fuck yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, let's go.
okay. That'll be 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, as you lance into them and are closer to them, go ahead and move your token over that way. You'll see that the cut seems to cause the bluish energy that is the creature to turn like bright red. And it almost seems like it's veining out from the wound into the other parts of the blue energy. And you can see a couple of the like webbings kind of connect with the red eyes, and like this angry pair of eyes filled with hate kind of turn towards you like focused. You have more attacks or no?
Yes.
Yep, that'll hit.
Oh, that should be magical now, too.
Okay. That's important. Okay. And that last one will hit too. As you kind of move your hand, you kind of strike the first time, it kind of wobbles and turns like bright red, almost entirely coating the thing. You swing that last hit into it, and it causes it to split in two. And this large, just mass of liquid that wasn't there before but is now, just kind of just posits onto the ground and all over you. And it's kind of this weird, sticky, kind of like a ephemeral material, like cheesecloth. It's kind of gross.
I'm going to move right into the middle of those four and end my turn there.
Okay. The commander says something in Old Renarin, to your ears, it sounds cool.
Hold on, John. I realized I had a thing.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I have gained. Oh, I have to use an action. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have universal speech. I'm not gonna use it right now, though.
Got it.
I mean, I can't.
So the commander is going to kind of move his hand and point it at the autognome. As he does so, all of the longbows kind of just, and then swords and axes reappear in the hands of the warriors. They all kind of point their weapons or kind of lift their weapons up as they all move to encircle you. And they will all start attacking. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Casey
Well-
might be dead.
Good thing you made your peace.
AC 16. Let's see.
Yeah.
Good. Nothing within range that a D4 would have helped. Okay. The commander had issued an order. It seems that they all struck on command. There was a bonus to attack and there will be a bonus to damage here. So 1 damage roll, 2 damage roll,
Oh, gee.
3 damage roll, 4 damage roll, 5 damage roll, and then this additional damage as well.
Were you raging?
So,
That's hilarious.
22, 27, 37.
Sorry, 27. I go down.
Okay, so hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4 was 3 was 27, so you'll have 2 failed death saving throws.
Go.
Oh boy.
It all went exactly according to plan.
The commander will then disappear and reappear 20 feet back. All right, Mikhail, you're up.
All right, this is looking promising. So,
They've fallen right into my trap.
yeah, exactly what you wanted to happen.
Does he normally do this?
You know, a 1-for-1 KDR isn't bad. Better than no one, you know?
That's actually 5, 10, 15, 20. It looks like 30 feet is what the closest one is. If I move up 30 feet first.
Yeah. So bonus action dash.
Yeah. Oh, bonus action dash. Yeah, then I could move up real close. Oh, that's right. That's an actual. Yeah.
It's been a while. We had a whole holiday
Yeah.
season. I remember. It's also been a
All
while
right.
since you fought.
Yeah, it's true. So I move all the way up there then, and I'm going to attack at this thing using my what's it called? It's called the Dragon Tooth Dagger. Let's do this. All right, come on, guys. 15. That's probably not going to do it.
As you kind of see them all bashing into the autognome, you kind of rush behind with the dagger, kind of bringing it up. He spins around with his battle axe and kind of just bats the blade away with the head of his axe. His eyes are kind of a bright, furious red, kind of staring in at you. All right, that it for you?
is not good. Yeah. Yeah. It's
Okay.
maybe.
All right, he will run up to here. Does it take an action to take out a javelin?
It's a incidental, so it's a part of your movement. You're like holding the your weapon in one hand, and then you're
Axe and javelin in offhand.
you just pull the javelin out and throw it. Like you weren't
Yeah.
carrying it at first, but now you are.
Right. Okay. And I was gonna rage beforehand.
Okay.
And throw javelin.
You cannot recklessly attack with a thrown weapon, by the way.
I know.
19 will hit.
It was gonna be this one right there.
Yep, that makes the most sense. And this is non-magical.
Non-magical.
You watch it hit. Now you've seen the stab, the stab and kind of sundering from the gnome. But when you see the javelin kind of hit it, it kind of has this kind of like bubbly
Yeah, like a
effect.
whoosh.
Well, it's not a whoosh. It kind of hits, and there's like this like liquidy kind of like ripple where the javelin hits, and then it kind of just drops the javelin off. It
Okay.
looks like it took some damage. There's like a spot of red there, but it doesn't look like as much as you would expect.
Okay, and as I got here with rage, I chose claws.
Okay.
No, that's my turn.
Your two fellows are crossbow wielding mousies and rat-ees, and they're going to move to the edge here, and they're going to also shoot. They're targeting the same one with their crossbows, so they're both going to shoot. One of them hits, and similarly kind of hits and has that kind of like whoa, whoa, whoa effect. But there's two little like red pinpoints on it from where the javelin and the bolt hit. Okay, bandits are done, or rat folk are done. Eventually, you're up.
Okay. Well, I have my spiritual weapon. So we'll do that for this one
That hits.
here.
Are you okay? You're attacking the same one everyone's been hitting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Damage. You just click the word spiritual weapon. Yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. Solid hit, and this looks like it actually draws through it as it cuts, so it's actually full damage. And then you still have your it's a bonus action to swing with a spiritual weapon, by the way.
okay. Bonus action, and then let's see, how far can I get here? So I still have a move action.
And an action.
How far can I be to do healing word?
You can't cast healing where you don't have a bonus action.
Mm,
Just use it for spiritual weapon.
Like I can't cast it as like a regular action?
Nope.
Okay.
You could just move up and get ready to do it next round and hope that I don't
And
roll
how-
a death save.
Right?
Ooh.
How far?
Or
Okay, I'm just gonna. Or what?
I can heal.
Okay, but I still want to get closer. I'll go here.
Mm-hmm.
Get right in the middle of that bridge so they can break it on you.
Yes.
Ooh. That's a plan.
Oh, real quick note: it's not for anybody's, insight or anything. It definitely is mostly for Casey. But when you dove off of the edge and like jumped into the shadow underneath the bridge, you'd have noticed the bridge was very, very thick and very well built.
Okay.
Okay.
And packed with explosives.
Right.
The ghost got the bombs.
Utterly
That's right.
packed.
Okay. And then that should be it. Or can I Sacred Flame?
You get take your flame.
Okay, I will Sacred Flame the same. Jude.
Okay. Warrior will attempt to dodge, failing. Okay, so that'll do 13 radiant to it. It's kind of shining bright red, like I mentioned. It looks like it takes quite a bit of damage from that. All right, moving on to Dahave.
Take 9 back,
Casey.
Casey.
Oh, and I get 3 temporary hit points, right?
Heroes.
Correct. Okay, and then I dash. And that's my turn.
Morax.
Okay, I will 30. 30 and I believe it's a Oh. Yes. Okay, so my breath weapon is a 15-foot cone. Is that going to hit Mikhail?
So if you breathe that straight out, you'll hit these two. If you breathe it to hit that one, it will go through Mikhail, yes.
Okay, I'll at least breathe it just to hit the those two.
Okay. Con saving throw for necrotic?
Yes.
They just seem to just be enveloped with necrotic damage.
No damage.
Doesn't appear to affect them.
Oh,
they're
that
ghosts.
Yeah, ghosts.
I mean,
Man.
it's poison and necrotic, these ones, yep.
Well, you know what? I'll do an action surge
Okay.
and move closer to him
Okay.
and take an attack.
You can share the same space as the sacred weapon, or the spiritual weapon,
Oh,
by the way.
okay. Then I would
And
be
you can
there.
attack the one that's been wounded.
Yes. Then I'll attack the one that's wounded.
That'll hit. All right, solid damage. It's glowing bright red right at this point.
And again.
That'll split it.
Oh, hey.
So you kind of strike down and strike upwards, and as the upward strike hits, it kind of catches it and turns it into this fluid matter that then starts flying upwards at the part where the sword connected with it, kind of splashing down on the sides. Like I said before, it kind of hits you with like a rush of cool, kind of chilly feeling. And yeah, the best way I can kind of describe it is like there's like a viscosity to it. It's like oil. But it's also very just kind of saccharine. It's just like weird, sugary goop.
Okay. Casey got back up, but how are they doing looks wise?
Not great.
Not great. Okay, I will use a superiority die to do a maneuvering attack.
Oh, that needs to be declared before you make the attack.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, if you click it, it'll show you the text. Yeah.
When you hit a creature with a weapon attack,
When you hit. Oh, cool. No, that's
when
different.
when you hit.
Okay, so then yeah, go ahead and drop the
It
language
would add a die to my damage, but that doesn't matter.
instead. Yeah.
And I can choose a friendly creature here.
Yeah, just drop
There.
it. Yeah, just
And you can move up to half your movement without provoking opportunity attacks.
That just allows me to stand up. But I do stand up. I'm no longer prone.
Okay.
Hey, you know, that's something.
For sure. No, that's good.
Dusk will fire at the one to the far north portion there with the bow. 1,
This
2,
one or
3.
that one?
Hit and hit the one to the far north, and
Got
then is it adjacent to Casey? It is, right?
Wait, the commander by himself or this
No, not the
one adjacent
commander.
to
Sorry,
Casey?
the one that's adjacent to Casey. Sorry, not the commander.
Yes, he
Okay,
is.
cool. So no poison damage, but sneak attack. So it'll be 10 and 7 is 17, 40 damage. Okay, solid hits. He's done. Casey, you're actually up. You're up.
Hell yeah. Uh, 14 miss.
Kind of get up, and they're still kind of, some of them are still focused on you. They block your attack.
Oh my god.
Definitely so.
18 for 6 magical.
That same one that just got shot.
Yeah, yep.
You
Top
kind of
one up here.
force your blade against it. It kind of parry, and then you manage to kind of throw out a kick, which catches it in the gut. And as it kind of hits, its whole frame kind of flies backwards and turns into this kind of almost like throwing a sheet with a weight inside of it across the room, except it's like this liquidy vibe that kind of just splashes on the ground where you dispensed it.
Cool.
All right. Just vanishing and appearing again, the commander appears behind you. Raises his sword up in kind of a martial kind of salute, and then immediately starts swinging the blade inwards at you. Um, 24 to hit and 26 to hit.
On me.
No, against Casey.
Oh.
Yeah.
And this lasts.
Oh shit. Did this one that's between us attack him or attack them?
It's the one behind me right
It's-
now.
Yeah.
It's this one right here.
Gotcha.
So he hits. You take 8 and then 11.
You said 8 and then 11?
Yeah.
Okay. So the second hit knocked me down.
Okay. And when that happens, you kind of feel this kind of weird, strange tug at you. This weird kind of pull. And as the sword kind of strikes to the side and he kind of raises it back into that posture, 2 more of these ghosts appear behind him. All right. He is done. The allies, the new ones don't get to go yet, but the 2 that are, or 3 that are fighting, will kind of move in like so. I'm going to attack Moirax with all of my attacks. As the new ones appear, the commander kind of points at the Dragonborn and says a word in Jannar, and Mikhail, you know the word is betrayer, false servant, kill him.
Which one?
Whoa.
Which one's the commander? I have marked.
Oh, sorry, let me mark him, since it keeps on kind of...
Okay, it's the one there.
Yep.
Okay.
Yellow face.
So 1, 2, and 3.
Okay,
I think all those miss.
No, number 2 hits.
Okay, then you'll take 5 slashing.
That's fine.
All right, and Mikhail, go ahead.
All right. Now, since I'm adjacent to an ally, I can attack somebody and get a sneak attack, right?
Yeah, if the
All right.
enemy is adjacent to the same ally, yeah.
Okay, then I will attack this guy right here,
Yeah, go for it.
and I'm going to attack him with my dagger. That's a dragon tooth dagger. So
Yep.
I'm going to try to shank him when he's not ready.
That'll miss.
Horrible, 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 guys. I'm rolling bad. Yeah, so I rolled a 13 and 11.
Okay.
Not good.
Yeah, and just for future reference, if you're not planning on moving, use the steady aim bonus action so you get advantage. It wouldn't have helped here, but yeah.
Oh, I thought I had advantage because I was.
You don't get
attacking
advantage
somebody.
for that. You have to have
Just
it.
for-
It just gives
for
you
doing
sneak attack,
steady
yeah.
aim. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll do that next time.
Okay.
Sure. But can I move now? Move over to
yeah,
here.
you can move if you like.
I'm
You'll
leaving a
provoke an
spot open
opportunity
for-
attack from him, though, unless you disengage.
Really?
Bonus action,
Oh,
disengage.
I'll do that then. Yeah, I could do that. All right.
And then,
I would like to make a spot for our barbarian to stand right there.
okay, go.
My plan, at least.
You hear little thumps as he starts running. Thump, 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 thump,
Yeah, I could hear footsteps behind.
and
me.
goes over immediately to the commander.
What
And
about
we'll
his dudes?
Okay, so that'll provoke one attack,
He welcomes it.
I think, right? Yeah. Looks like you straight shotted? So you
Yep.
went here too, right?
Yeah, I went right between the.
Okay, 2 attacks. Got it. One had a 2-hander and one had a 1-hander.
Miss. Hit.
Are you reckless attacking this turn?
Yeah.
Then the 19 probably hits as well. You declare reckless at the beginning
I
of your turn.
Okay. I do have a 17 armor class and then evade by a whisker. Gives me +2.
Oh, okay. What I'm saying is I'm hitting a 19 because I have advantage. You're recklessing this turn. You said.
Yeah. Well, I'm yeah. Oh, so 19 +2. What?
No, you have a 17.
17.
You have a
plus-
17 plus 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just hit a 19, which is your armor class. Right?
Okay.
Okay.
Fair. Yeah. Sorry.
No worries. So 13 and 7, but you're raging. So half of 13 is 6 and half of 7 is 3. So 10 total.
Do you really declare reckless
Or
attack at the
9
start
total.
of your turn?
I believe so. Let me double check.
It says when you make your first attack on your turn, you can decide to attack.
And then for the rest
recklessly.
of the turn.
Oh.
So if he runs and then attacks, he's not taking the disadvantage until
Okay.
after the attack. If he attacks and then runs, he takes the disadvantage.
Okay, I'll double check it, but for now,
Right?
we'll go ahead and go that way because time.
That's
constraint.
just how the wording is, because I that's exactly how it says
Cool.
when you make your first attack
Cool.
on your turn.
So just the
you
six.
can decide to attack.
Just the
Anyway,
6. I'm trying to
anyway.
move. I'm trying to
Anyway.
move.
Yeah, sorry.
6 damage.
So first
Yeah.
attack is going to be with Sardic Steer on the commander
Okay.
Nice.
when it rolls. It rolls. Oh, it's the
Okay.
first one.
That'll hit.
And then the other two, because claws will be 2 of them when they show up.
Mhm.
When
Yeah.
they show up.
The first attack missed. The second attack will hit.
Well, the first attack was the one that I meant to shoot.
The 13.
Yeah, because it was.
Oh, so
I
you
can
did,
only.
you
I
did
was hitting once with
Got it.
the blade.
So then the
twice with the
third-
claws.
the 13 misses, the claws, the 18 misses, and the 16 misses.
Oh,
Yeah, so I thought there was a crit in there. I was actually really excited because the weapon does a thing.
I mean, we can retcon it.
No, we can't. So he blocks. He blocks it deftly, kind of dropping his blade, and kind of brings up his weapon to kind of just smack your claws away very quickly. The two will, seeing that you're kind of focused on that one, want it, but they can't really get a good line there, so they're going to skitter this way, around the bridge, and shoot at them from over that way. Bam, bam, both missing as well. Okay, so at the bottom of the initiative, or at the end of the initiative, we're going to stop the game here. I just want to, on the camera, so we have it for record. Currently, aid is in effect. Currently, spiritual weapon is in effect. Duration is 1 minute. It's been out for 2 turns, so it has, might be longer than that. Anyways, it's been out for 2 turns. And then any other heroism is currently in effect, and it's a concentration 1 minute or 10 minutes.
It's not concentration, and it is concentration, and it's
Concentration 1.
1 minute.
Okay, cool. And that's been out for 1 turn so far. So, okay, great. And nothing else out is currently concentration or durational effects, right?
No.
Okay, cool. All right, we're going to end it here. We're going to pick up next session in the midst of the fight. And thanks for watching those that did. We will see you next Tuesday.